All aboard the animation station. Today we are talking about Toy Story from 1995, Pixar's first animated feature film, forever changing the game of animated movies in the rest of history. And I am so excited to kick things off. I am Mrs. Nesbitt. You can call me Felipe Shimon. I am the CEO of Brazilian Dragon Productions, and today we are talking about TS1 Toy Story with my co-conductor in this podcast and possibly in life. I sure hope he's found a moving buddy already. It is the great AJ Norris. AJ Norris, how are you doing today, my friend?
Felipe, I am super excited to be here, to be going on this adventure with you. Excited to go to Pizza Planet. Not excited to go to Sid's room. However, we're going to have so much fun on this journey that we have decided to embark on. Like a lot of work, but like, oh my gosh, I think it's going to be worth it, Felipe. Like, this might be our magnum opus.
This it might be my magnum opus for sure. With the amount of effort I put into this first episode, like I literally spent 5 hours prepping this episode yesterday afternoon, and I would not change a thing because just getting myself immersed in the Toy Story world and like all the history that I learned about the making of this film. I watched a documentary for this episode. I read the entire Wikipedia page and like external literature to get excited about this, and then just like rewatching the first Toy Story, this was in my life before I was sentient. Like before I had a memory, Toy Story was a part of my life and your life as well. Like we are going to talk about what this franchise represents, but like to kick things off with Pixar and they come out of the gate with this banger that has lasted generations at this point. Like I hope these people have so much pride and joy for what they brought to my childhood, to your childhood, to the collective listenership's childhood and adulthoods at this point. Like, I am wearing my Pizza Planet shirt. My Pizza Planet hat is right here next to me. I am so excited. Like, there's so many legendary characters, moments, memories with this franchise. And to kick things off with our Pixar rewatch, just like feeling like a little boy again and getting excited about my toys can't go wrong here. But did you end up having a moving buddy? Because update the listeners, you just moved.
I did just move. I did just move. I drove by myself. I'm gonna be honest with you, Felipe. It was very sad. I did have wonderful people come help me pack a truck and X, Y, and Z, take stuff for me. But like I was solo dolo. I really needed a buddy.
Did you listen to Hakuna Matata like Molly at least?
No,
No.
cause when Molly was listening to Hakuna Matata, I felt that in my soul. I was the idiot. I was like, let me listen to Epic the musical.
And how was that?
It's so much fun. It was so much fun.
I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had fun. Now, when you were moving, did you stress out that you were leaving things behind? Like,
I still
were you?
stressing that I left something
Are
behind.
you like,
Like, what do
where's
you
Woody?
mean?
Where's Buzz?
I still fear I left stuff behind, even though I was like, I know my apartment is empty now, but I'm like, I'm missing stuff. Like, where's my AirPods? Right?
Have you not found them yet?
I have not found them yet.
Oh
So
my God. Bless your
Felipe,
soul.
Felipe, I'm scared. I'm terrified. But like Toy Story and the journey it went on, like truly, like I know they were not prepared for like the monster that Pixar was about to become, and the
They
fact
were
that in
not.
the year of our Lord 2026, we're gonna get Toy Story 5.
Yes,
What?
31 years after the fact. Like this movie came out on November 19th for the premiere and then November
Hmm.
22nd for the launch of 1995. We just had 30 years. I took myself to see Toy Story in IMAX, I want to say. Was it IMAX or Dolby that I saw it in for the 30th anniversary? And Disney doesn't do a ton of re-releasing except for the Disney 100, and I did see it
Hmm.
again for Toy Story for Disney 100, but um I just love this franchise. They just hit 30 years and like Pixar is the like with all due respect, I love Disney as well, but like Pixar is the number one on the animation goat. Like it is the goat of animation. Like to this day, like I feel like there's some like incredible animation with like Sony with some
Hmm.
recent projects with K-pop Demon Hunters and Spider-Verse, but
Hmm.
like I think the top tier, the gold standard of animation studios is Pixar. Like if you are dreaming of working for animation, I think like the number one place you want to work at is Pixar. And granted, it is a branch of Disney, but like it's like Disney's been surpassed by its baby.
like truly, even though, and I think we were talking about this before we recorded, there were some dips in quality in the Pixar, but what you cannot deny is that it's always been visually stunning. Like you've always wanted to watch the screen.
They
Like
are
the expressions that they made in this movie, and this was in 1995 release. It was so amazing to see what they were able to do.
they are and have always been on the cutting edge of storytelling and animation. And
Mm,
like you bring up like the facial reactions and like obviously Woody and Buzz are getting sleeker in 2026 on Toy Story 5. And I remember this was conversations even like 7 years ago at this point with like 2019's Toy Story 4, but like the
mm,
movements are much more smooth because of how rendering is processed these days. But
mhm.
I'm gonna pull it up about how many different movements Woody had in his face. Like in he had 723 motion controls, 212 just for his face, and 58 just for his mouth. Like he was the most complex character modeled and animated for this film. They like spent 4 years making this movie. It is an incredible feat, and like not only was it like stunning visually, but it's stood the test of time in terms of plot, character, and structure. Like it doesn't
Mhm.
really age. There's no jokes that are offensive. Like it still hits in the same way. Like other of the Pixar movies from the early years, I sure have things that don't age well. Um, but this one is just stands the test of time. It's very for everyone, right? And we can talk about like the making of and everything that happened into this and like the desire to have more adult humor that almost backfired when they went too far in the other direction and Woody was too mean, and then they scaled it back. But like, oh my God, what a great film. And I had a blast, like to infinity and beyond my expectations rewatching this
Genuinely,
film.
when watching this last night, I because I haven't seen this movie in years. Like genuinely, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was transported back to a child. Like I was so giddy. I was so happy watching it. I told you, like there was points where I was supposed to be taking notes. I wasn't. I was just sitting there enjoying my childhood, enjoying life, like being so happy that I was like here and a part of this moment. Like literally, Pixar knocked it out of the box with Toy Story. Like it was so impressive everything they were able to do. Woody being such a unique three-dimensional character, so well fleshed out. You knew his desires, his fears, and like also the fact that like with the animations, it didn't have to always be said through words. Like you can just see some of the expressions that he would make or some of the slight actions that would happen. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like I can't believe like this is what they started off with. Like I'm not saying like this movie can't be topped because we're going to do a movie ranking throughout the
Yeah.
process. But Felipe, well, pause. They got some bangers coming out. But let me tell you something. It's going to be a fight for that number one spot. With this being the heavyweight champion to start,
Yeah, they came out of the gate swinging, and boy, oh boy, was this a great film! And it's not just like the animation, like we talked about; it's the heart of the story. Like it's a very human story for like toys,
hmm
but also like the comedy. They get all these like improv and comedian legends like voicing their characters, just letting them riff at times. Like Mr. Potato Head, you got Don Rickles doing insult comedy for these freaking toys. Like you want me to pull out your voice box? Who invited that kid? Like the quotes of this movie, the vocal stems that we
hmm
have for everlasting generations. Like before, I've seen this movie hundreds of times. It has to be more than 100 times. Like from childhood, then my little brother watching with him. Like throughout my life, I've seen this movie so many times, and like even as an adult, I've seen it like. I think I've watched it on Letterboxd at least 6 times. And that's like since I started using Letterboxd in 2021, 2022. So like I just am obsessed with this movie. Woody and Buzz are kind of like early representations of masculinity. I feel like for us growing up, like there's a little bit of insecurity and anxiety that I see in myself in Woody and like
hmm
how I want to be cool and confident like Buzz. But then there's like that ego death that happens with Buzz. Like there's just like such humanity in this storytelling and like platonic male friendship indoctrinated into us kids through this wholesome like friendship that they've developed over the course of this movie. Like this is their origin story. Like we remember Woody and Buzz as besties, but like they're not besties at the start of this. They're like jealous of each other. They're like fighting. It's tense at times, and then they like go through this journey in Sid's room that brings them together to the extent that like I'm bawling at the end of Toy Story 4 because they're splitting off. But like that's also how friendship works in life. It's like these best friends that you grow up with, and we'll see how they come back together in Toy Story 5. But like this is a healthy representation of male friendship for kids of our generation. I do feel like there's a lot of soft boys in the Gen Z, and
A lot of soft boys.
I wonder if Toy Story and Monsters Inc. and these like healthy representations of like male friendship is part of that, like from animated films that we grew up with.
I think Toy Story, like I think that's the beauty of like movies like Pixar, particularly is you don't understand that you're learning life lessons while you're
Hmm.
watching it, but like
Absolutely.
truly like understanding like, hey, like there's multiple things that you get from this, and one of them is about the idea of being envious and wanting what you see someone else has or someone else taking your spot and you becoming jealous of change and adaptations
Yeah,
when it's
Woody's a real jelly belly.
he's a jelly belly. Yeah, but like understanding and accepting like growth, because like children grow, people grow. Like we go through different life stages, life changes, where we might be like besties day one, but then life happens and like we do not get to be as close as we used to. But
Hmm.
that does not like change like how much love we have for each other. Like we see throughout the movie, like Andy, not to skip into like storytelling, when Andy was like all about Buzz, but then when he couldn't find Wendy, like was holding on to Woody's hat while he slept. It was like it's like truly like the love that like you can have for one another. It goes through so many trials and tribulations, ups and downs, but it does not matter. Um, as long as that was like a solid foundation or a solid bond that created. And it really was such a nice, kind movie that made me feel it made me feel all the feels: happiness, joy, sorrow, sadness. I felt it when Buzz's ego death happened, even though I have questions about that we can talk through. um
I'm sure we'll talk about a lot of
I have some
questions.
issues with Buzz as a character.
I would love to like study the psychology of Pixar and like what it
Mm,
represents because like this you can map this story onto like life in general because
mhm,
it's like, oh, if you're hanging out with your friend and then all of a sudden your friend has a new friend that chooses to spend time with them, then you feel insecure about your place in
mhm,
your friendship. But then like Andy, it doesn't necessarily mean anything about your friendship. It just
mhm.
is a different layer to the burrito that is life. It doesn't mean that your part is not as tasty if we're sticking with this burrito metaphor, but like they might just be more of this new ingredient that they weren't expecting. And that's kind of like what like Buzz is this new ingredient in Andy and the room's life. And he is cool. Buzz is freaking cool. I am more like Woody, and I always liked Buzz, and I wanted to be more like Buzz. I don't know if that's the same for you, but just like
I,
I get it. It's a human emotion, and like, and I also like the fact that this story is about like male jealousy, but there's no woman that they're fighting over. It's not toxic like that.
you told me they ain't fighting over Bo Peep.
No, because Buzz is all about Jesse. We'll find out later.
Who's Jesse? I know who Jesse is. We haven't met her
Hey,
yet. She,
Jesse.
she, we'll see her in like a couple episodes.
A couple episodes, yeah. Do you think she also feels like a party every day, like Debbie Ryan?
Yes, like pause. If my memory of Jesse is like anything, she is in fact the party every day.
Yeah.
Besides that, oh my gosh, pause. I just thought of that scene. Oh, that scene's gonna kill me. Oh, that
Oh,
scene's gonna
yes,
kill
that one scene. Um, but yeah, we're just gonna talk about Toy Story in this episode. We did a whole Animation Station preview podcast. We're gonna do the whole Pixar catalog. We have a couple segments that we're still ironing out. This is a flexible document, this podcast. But before we even talk about the history and a recap of the movie, going back to your childhood, do you have
Yes,
what's your first memory of interacting with the Toy Story franchise?
I
Whether it's
had
a
a
game, whether it's a toy, whether it's the movie itself.
I had a Woody toy.
You had a Woody toy, nice.
I did with Andy written on the bottom and
With the pull
everything. I
string?
no pull string. There was no. It was all plastic, baby.
Mr. Potato Head got his wish. He took the voice box out.
Took the voice box out, but I remember I loved that toys. I think that was like up there with like my Goku toy. Um, yeah, I think maybe like those were one and two, like Woody and Goku. So like I remember like having a sentimental place in my heart for Toy Story. I remember watching this like so many times as a child and just having a lot of fun, being so envious of Andy because I was like, why can't I play like that? Because
Oh, we're gonna talk about it, but when
yeah.
he does the chair flip, that lived rent free in my head where he like puts Woody on the foot of the Barca Lounger chair and he like pulls the lever and Woody goes yeeting off into the sky, landing, doing flips. And I was like, That's so cool. And then I would try to do it with my Woody and Buzz, and it wouldn't work. Woody would just fall on the floor.
Like this is how dumb I was. Like I had a box of toys, and I would be like, "These y'all are my favorite toys, so I'm putting y'all at the top. So when y'all come alive at night, y'all don't have to struggle as much to
Yeah.
get through to get out."
See, I mean, I definitely had a Woody and a Buzz, and I kept them together, right? I had anxiety, abandonment issues as a kid, and I was like, I'm not going to detach them. They're going to come around with me as a duo. So I would have Woody and Buzz. But like, shout out to Andy. Like, with respect, the fact that Andy used Buzz as a stuffed animal to sleep at night, Buzz was made of hard plastic. That was
Hmm.
uncomfy. Like, you are a brave, brave little man, Andy, because I feel like even as a kid, I would be like, no, Woody's the one that's comfy to sleep next to. Buzz can sit on the table.
I did have my Goku, which was also plastic. I slept with it, so
Woody and Goku. Yeah.
baby.
So you were more of a Woody guy
Oh, more of a Woody guy.
or a Buzz
I
guy?
like. Here's the thing. As a child, yes, I was 100% more of a Woody guy.
See, I feel like I was a Woody guy, but I remember like internally I wanted to be more like Buzz. But I dressed
Mm,
up as Woody. My parents say I was more like Woody. I liked Woody better. So like I guess I was more like a Woody. But this is at the end of the day Woody's story. Like Buzz is the secondary character. Woody's the number one on the
hmm.
call sheet. This is Woody's story first
Yes.
and foremost. And then in the other two it kind of splits, but like the Toy Story journey is all via Woody's perspective. Buzz is just his bestie.
Yeah, but I think because in especially in the movie, I was like, yeah, Buzz, that is Woody's spot. What are you doing? No, he didn't need to push him out the window. He just wanted to push him behind the dresser. Like I was
Yeah.
on Woody's side for everything he did, no matter how maniacal.
See,
Um,
yeah, I was like, you see, but that's the beauty of Pixar because they make you feel and resonate, and that's why they thread the needle so perfectly. Where like they didn't make Woody too much of a mean character like he was in some of the drafts. Like he is rootable and likable even when he's doing kind of despicable things like trying to knock Buzz. Also, I was like, sir, what's your plan? Buzz can move around. He's not like the Magic 8 Ball. He could roll around and get out of there. Plus, Andy's about to move. They'll find him in 2 seconds.
yeah, they'll find him in 2 seconds, like genuinely. So, like, I think I did younger me like relate more to Woody, like Woody more than I liked Buzz
Mhm.
personally. I also was never like a space guy. Like, never really had space toys, planets X, Y, and Z. The idea of space does not interest me. In fact, the older I got, the less it interests me. Um,
Uh, In terms of like other pieces of the franchise, did you have any video games? Did you have any like other toys? Did you ever consume like the spin-off, like the Buzz Lightyear show, or the like Hawaiian Vacation shorts, or even like the theme park attractions?
no, I have no, besides like that one toy, I have no other connections with Toy Story.
See, I'm the opposite. I had multiple computer games like for Toy Story 1 and 2. There was this game for the second one where like you're jumping in suitcases, and then you play with the critters. Also, it's like Critter Bingo or not bingo, like checkers with the critters from Woody's Roundup. The first one you go to Pizza Planet and you play with the slime and they all kind of look like Randall. You're trying to fill up the slime. It's like a memory game. There was also
I
like Toy Story 3 on the DS that I used to play. That game was fun.
I will say I did have a little alien from a McDonald's toy.
Oh,
Uh,
the aliens. Yeah.
yes. So I did have that, but I don't.
My boys, my son, my kids. I
But
love
it
them.
did. Like we could talk about this later, but like I think other like Pixar movies, I was more invested in as kids and had more like stuff for it. But like Toy Story, like it was such a special place.
Toy Story was my bag. Like I mean, we had the, I don't remember if it was VHS or DVD, but we had the one and two combo. We had Toy Story Mania, the Wii game. Also, Toy Story Mania is legit such a fun ride, exhausting but fun.
Mhm.
So yeah, Toy Story just like so many cool things. I mean, no way to market it unless you're doing like the McDonald's, Burger King, fast food. Like
Mhm.
people are gonna want these toys, which I even saw in the like history section of the Wikipedia. But uh so many good characters too. Like you have like a Slinky, you have Potato Head, you have Rex, you have Ham. Like the supporting cast is so strong as well. It's not just Woody and Buzz. Even from like Sid's room, like the Spider Baby, like Legs. You got Roller Bob. You got so many good characters there. Ducky. Oh my God, Ducky's iconic. The Frog. Ugh. So, do you want to hear a little bit more about the history of this film?
Tell me about the history. I heard you
So,
got a game with it.
this was a 30 million. Yes, I do have a game with it. $30 million budget. It made between 363 and 394 million dollars off of that budget in the box office. But the way this movie came to be, so in 1986, Lasseter, John Lasseter, who's the director of this film, his friends showed him Tron light cycle footage and like some of the animation that went into making that from the first Tron movie. And he got inspired by computer generated animation. He went to go work for Brave Little Toaster, wanted to make it completely computer animated, and he got fired from Disney. He went to Lucasfilm in 1986. He was a founding member of Pixar, as was Steve Jobs. And they did the 1988 Tin Toy short, which won the best animated short at the 61st Oscar ceremony. Did you ever watch the Tin Toy, like the short?
Yes.
Yes, I feel like I definitely have seen the Tin Toy before. Maybe it was even like before the movie on the DVDs or the VHS tapes. But like Tin Toy. So Disney ended up seeing that they wanted Lasseter back, but he was like, "No, I really like what we're doing at Pixar." So Disney and Pixar came to an agreement after the success of A Nightmare Before Christmas because
Hmm.
Tim Burton was able to get Disney to allow him to do that out of Disney. So then Pixar was like, okay, we'll take this similar deal. Um, and then they were progressing. They had a couple ideas, including a Tin Toy Christmas movie, and that became Toy Story. And it was supposed to be the Tin Toy against a ventriloquist dummy. So the Tin Toy is the Buzz, and the ventriloquist dummy was the Woody, where he's jealous of the new toy. Early drafts
Interesting.
include a gas station scene and a kindergarten scene, where we later see the kindergarten in the Toy Story 3, which I thought was fun. But then they kept coming back to this idea that Tinny was too antiquated of a toy to be seen as cool. So they were like, what about a G.I. Joe in space? And that became Buzz Lightyear. Now, I'm going to give you
G.I. Joe in
three
space.
three names. You tell me which one's the fake one. These were all ideas for Buzz Lightyear before he became Buzz Lightyear.
Okay.
So, Lunar Larry, Moon
Oh,
Boy Marvin, or Tempest from Morph? Which one is the fake one?
I,
Which
I
one?
feel like I've heard Lunar Larry before, so I don't think it's that one. What was the second one?
So two of them are real, one of them is fake, just so you know.
Yes.
So Lunar Larry, Moon Boy Marvin, and Tempest from Morph.
Like I think it has to be Moon Boy Marvin.
That's the
I feel
fake
like
one?
that's the fake one. I feel like that's something that would come out of your head.
Yeah, that literally just came out of my head because I was looking at my notes and I was like, shoot, I forgot to come up with a fake one. So it just literally came out of my head. Um, now, I'm going to give you three characters
Okay.
that were the inspiration for Woody. It is a real character that one of their kids, one of the animators' kids, had a pull toy version of this character, and that's
Okay.
how they combined the pull string with the ventriloquist that became Woody. So, is it Yogi Bear, Casper the Friendly Ghost, or Scooby Doo? That was the inspiration for Woody.
Which one was the I like the idea of it being Yogi Bear because I feel like Yogi Bear more had like the sayings like versus Casper the Ghost and like Scooby Doo. Like Scooby Doo has like is known for the R's, but not
Yeah,
really for his sayings. So I'm gonna go with Yogi Bear.
that is a great guess. Guess you are incorrect. The inspiration for Woody was one of the animators had a kid, and the kid had a Casper toy with a pull string. So that's where they
Hmm.
got the idea for Woody's pull string, and they combined it. And then eventually, Bud Lucky suggested that it should be a cowboy, and John Lasseter loved that idea because it's like the Western, the space, the genre
Hmm.
contrast, and then also kind of like from the 50s, the Western movies were then focused on the space race, and just kind of he loved that. So.
Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
he was named after Woody Strode. These I'm gonna give you five movies. You tell me which two were not inspiration for Toy Story.
Talk to me.
Okay, one, Midnight Run. Two,
Okay.
3 Days of the Condor.
Okay.
Three, The Odd Couple.
Okay.
Four, Howl's Moving Castle, and five, Castle in the Sky.
So I got some funny news. Never seen any of those movies. So like I feel like the Odd Couple is too on the noise, on the nose. Castle in the Sky sounds good. What was the first one?
Midnight Run, 3 Days of the Condor, Odd Couple, Castle in the Sky, and Howl's Moving
No,
Castle.
like Midnight Run sounds right because especially like that entire not middle session, the entire like first quarter through the second quarter. That session when they were like at the gas station at Pizza Planet, that feels very Midnight Runny to me.
Okay, so those are the three that you think are real?
Yes.
You would be correct. I don't even know if Howl's Moving Castle was out. I just needed like shoot, I need a movie. I wrote all these things down and then I went and did other things and I forgot to come back to it. But Odd Couple, Midnight Run, and Castle in the Sky, which are three very different movies, were the influences for this. Miyazaki's Castle in the Sky. And then the other one I was like, oh. So I'm gonna so after that we get to our screenwriters. Joel Cohen, Alex Sokolow, and Joss Whedon were all
Hmm.
brought on board to help with the script. Now, I was Sam Sokolow's teaching assistant when I went to BU for
Oh,
BULA. That's his brother Alec, and so I know from like class that like he would tell us stories about how his brother like wrote the first spec for Toy Story with Woody and Buzz, and it was like a horror movie. Like these toys came to life, and it was like scary originally, but they liked the names and like some of the aspects, and then like they brought him on board to like write, and it became a kids movie afterwards. But like it was like more horror-y and scary, which I thought was fun. That's just like from my own experiences being his TA and learning in his class.
hmm.
Um, then Whedon tried to incorporate Barbie. That became Bo Peep because Mattel wouldn't give the rights to Barbie at that time.
Fair.
He also introduced the concept of Buzz not realizing he's a toy, uh, that became such a core part of this identity.
Hmm.
And then it was Disney Animations team that introduced the aliens as an idea. Be like, we should have some critters like aliens in here. Um, so, do you want to guess? Um, do you want to play true or false, or do you want me to give me a list of people and guess in the same style for like actors who were considered for Woody?
True or false?
True or false? Okay. So Lasseter's first choice, I believe, was Tom Hanks and used footage from Turner and Hooch to
Fair.
like animate it. But like other members who were considered, true or false? Paul Newman was considered for Woody.
False.
True. Paul Newman was considered
Oh,
for Woody. He later would become Doc Hudson in Cars. True or false? Robin
like
Williams.
Doc Hudson feels more like a ham to me.
Yeah. Uh, uh, True or false? Robin Williams was considered for Woody.
I'd be surprised if Robin Wilson, not Robin Wilson, Robin Williams was considered.
So are you saying false?
No, he was. Yes,
He was.
I'd be
He
surprised if he
was.
wasn't.
He was considered for Woody. What about Bill Murray? Was Bill Murray considered for Woody?
No, Bill Murray feels more like a Mr. Potato Head.
Bill Murray was considered for Buzz. You're
Ah.
close. Um, all right. What about Jim Carrey?
You know what? I can see it. I can see it. Yes, true.
False. Jim Carrey was considered for Buzz as well.
Oh, Jim Carrey's more of a Woody.
Clint Eastwood.
I get it because of the cowboy, but no, he was not considered.
No, he was.
Oh.
um, what about Billy Crystal?
No, he was not.
No, Billy Crystal passed on the role for Buzz. He
Interesting.
passed on it. He didn't think that it was going to be successful. He had no faith in it, and then he was regretful of his choice, and that's why he ended up being Mike Wazowski because he was like, "No, I want to be involved."
Fair.
What about Michael J. Fox? Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox
For Woody or for any character?
for Woody.
No.
No, you're correct. He was considered for Buzz. Um, all right. I'm gonna give you a couple other people for Buzz. We ran out of
Those
the
are some
Woodies.
big name people.
Yes.
Those are
Other
big.
people considered for Buzz: Chevy Chase, Jason Alexander, which is wild to me, Dan Aykroyd, Matthew Broderick, Kevin Costner, Adam Sandler. Who
Adam
else?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler, David
Okay.
Hasselhoff, Richard Gere. Now, I'm gonna have you guess which Batman was considered for Buzz. Was it Val Kilmer? Was it Michael Keaton? Or was it George Clooney?
Give me George Clooney.
Incorrect. It was Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was
That was the
considered.
last one I was going to pick.
Yeah.
That
Wayne Knight, the voice of Alice Toynbee, was considered for Buzz. Bill Paxton, Dennis Quaid, Kurt Russell, and John Travolta. That and Adam Sandler were the most surprising for me.
I can see John Travolta being a Buzz.
Yeah, I could see. I don't know about Buzz. I don't know if he could be Buzz, but I could see
I,
Michael Keaton as Buzz. That's the one I could actually see.
like you think of John Travolta. You think of John Travolta, and like you just think like cooler to me, right?
See,
Like
no,
he just
I think of Mrs. Turnblad.
oh, we have two different images of John Travolta in our
Like I
heads.
think of him as Danny Zuko, and then I think of him as what's her face's mom, Nikki Blonsky's mom in Hairspray.
That is hilarious. I think of Saturday Night Fever.
I've never seen Saturday Night or Pulp Fiction. I need to see both of those. Um, all right, true or false? Was Rick Moranis considered for Rex?
Who?
Rick Moranis.
True.
True, correct. But they ended up with Wallace Shawn. And then Jim Varney would be the voice of Slinky Dog, but they did audition John Cleese as well.
Mm,
All right. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the casting of Andy. So they told all the kids auditioning for Andy to bring a toy with them.
mm.
How many X-Men figurines do you think John Morris brought with him? Did he bring 23, 45, or 67?
Hopefully 23.
He brought 45 X-Men action figures with him
Oh
to the
my gosh.
audition, and they loved it. And that's part of the reason why he got cast.
That's so many action figures.
Like, he brought a box.
That's a lot. Okay.
Let me tell you about the Black Friday incident. Uh,
What happened on Black Friday?
So on Black Friday, November 19th, 1993, Disney was very impressed with the animation. They did a test screening, but they forced story changes upon them. So they did a test screening and they changed a lot of the jokes and made Woody meaner, and it was like harsher, and it was a disastrous screening. And they begged for 2 weeks to like rework the story, and they worked overnight for those 2 weeks to allow the production to continue. And Peter Schneider, head of the feature animation, he stopped production until they rewrote everything. They asked for 2 more weeks. The production was able to continue because they did enough work to like show them faith, but it was bleak at that time. They almost got the movie canceled. They would continue to write for 3 months. They added
Hmm.
more adult jokes. They made Woody more fully fleshed out and more even keeled and not as mean. And Steve Jobs was worried about this deal with Disney, which we'll probably follow up with in a different film when Pixar renegotiates, right? Because then Pixar becomes more independent of Disney.
Hmm.
The animator signed on not necessarily for the pay because it wasn't that great, but for the chance to take part in animation history, the first computer animated film.
Fair.
And the movie had 27 animators, 400 computer models. Woody had 723 motion controls as an individual character. There were 8 production teams, 800 machine hours, 114,002 oh sorry 800,000 machine hours, 114,240 animated animation frames, and 1,561 shots over 77 minutes.
Whoa.
AJ's mind is blown. He's like the
That's
rocket. His brain exploded.
that was a lot, Felipe. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
And then Disney was like, okay, look at our musicals, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, all these musicals. We want musical. And Pixar was like, no, no. And they compromised with non-diegetic, story-relevant film music. And
Hmm.
they hired Newman because they were like, he's witty, he's a little sarcastic, but he also knows how to, quote, deliver the emotional underpinning of every scene, end
And
quote.
he did.
And he did. Michael Eisner was the one who got the final shot approved of Woody and Buzz. He was like, this should end on Woody and Buzz. It shouldn't end on Andy getting a puppy. It should be them, the two of them in the frame. And then Steve Jobs considered selling Pixar for to Hallmark Cards or to Microsoft a couple weeks before Pixar. He changed his mind. Before the movie release, he changed his mind. He put Pixar up for an initial public offering, an IPO, like with a week before the movie came out. And it premiered on November 19th, 1995 at the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles and released worldwide on November 22nd, 1995. The licensing for Mr. Potato Head was acquired, but not for Barbie or G.I. Joe. So they did Combat Carl and Barbie became Bo Peep. And they would market toys at like Burger Kings and stuff. And the Slinky was actually approved by Betty James, who was the wife of the man who created the Slinky, and she was like, "Oh, this is a cuter version of what my husband created," because it was just the Slinky, but it was a Slinky dog. So she gave her approval and consent for Slinky dog to be used in the film.
I will say I did love my Slinky. I broke it every time, but I
Oh my
loved it.
God, my Slinkies would get in
Oh my,
shambles.
like truly.
Truly.
Wow.
Like besides Winnie the Pooh, Toy Story might be like the most important childhood franchise of my life. And so like I'm very excited that we're doing this. Like it was Winnie the Pooh and Toy Story were my like top two that I played with those toys all the time.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's a little bit about the history. Thank you for letting me indulge,
Of
especially because I worked
course.
so hard on like pulling all that information. That was just like a summary of it. That's not even like the beats, but like I watched a 40-minute documentary, Toy Story at 20 to Infinity and Beyond. If anyone wants to watch that, it's on YouTube.
Ooh.
And then also I read the Wikipedia page, and I didn't even like comb through like the post-release success of everything, but Yeah, I was just like really fascinated by the starting of Pixar, and I definitely want to look into like the Bugs Life one, which we'll preview at the end of this podcast, because I know there's drama because of ants.
Ants.
Yes. So I'm sure we'll talk about that. But yeah, anything else you want to say about like the pre-production or anything that you thought was interesting about the history that like you wanted to speak on before we get into the plot?
I think I heard the story about the pre-screening being like too scary, or the way they no people didn't like the way that Woody was
Yeah.
portrayed. I remember that story being told before, and I felt that like to be very interesting to consider like this is the tame version of Woody. I'm like this kid is not even killed at all. Like this is not even kill character any bit.
Have you seen early animations of Woody? It's kind of scary. Like before they like make him softer and like nicer looking, like he looks mean. Like when he's a ventriloquist doll, more like
I also think like I don't know. I don't think of ventriloquist. If it was a ventriloquist doll, this movie would not have worked.
yeah, I agree with that. Buzz, some early designs for Buzz are cute because they like had more purple on his costume and like
Mm.
red and purple. But they picked green and purple. I forget who, maybe it's John Lasseter or Steve Jobs, but someone in their wife's favorite color is green and purple. So that's why Buzz was created that way.
I don't know why I didn't like Buzz because green and purple are my favorite colors.
Yeah, you should have loved Buzz. Anyways,
Cause I didn't dislike Buzz, but
who
I just preferred Woody.
did you have a favorite character? Was it Woody or was it one of the background characters
Now,
as a kid?
as a kid, it was Woody 100%
And
of
then
the time.
going into this movie, who was your favorite before you rewatched it? Was it still Woody?
I
Because
think it was Buzz going into the movie,
because
watching it.
as an adult, my favorite character is far and away Potato Head.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
But like as a kid, I was a Woody guy. I loved Rex. I loved the aliens. I mean, the aliens actually are my favorite character, but like Potato Head just like cracks me up. He's so funny.
I I think it's Buzz, but I think our unintroduced character, Jessie, I think she ultimately becomes my favorite character,
Okay.
but we haven't got to her yet.
Yeah, I love Bullseye. Bullseye. Right
Um,
about
but
the win, Bullseye.
pause, and I will say it like I forgot who voices Mrs. Potato Head.
Estelle Harris.
Such
I
an
love
iconic
her.
voice. Such an iconic voice.
She was in an episode of Sweet Life. I know your bag is Drake and Josh, but Estelle Harris, she's like the maid in the Tipton Hotel. She's also Jason Alexander, George Costanza's mom in Seinfeld.
Oh,
I'm packing your angry eyes and the monkeys and like the post-credit scene. Oh my God, they
it,
didn't have a post-credit scenes from this one. It started with the second one, I think.
oh,
Right? Do you know what I'm talking about? The post-credit bloopers
no.
where they like pretend it's a real movie
Oh,
and
where
they
they
do
pretend they're
like
actually real people?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that from like Monsters Inc. and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't have it in
I
this one.
didn't see that.
But I
No,
remember
in
the
this
Toy
one.
Story 2 where she's like shoving Mr. Potato Head with all the items he needs for the road trip. But yeah. Anyways, should we get into the plot?
Let's get to the plot.
So we start things off. Andy's playing with toys. He's got One-Eyed Bart, played by Mr. Potato Head, Woody, and we get You've Got a Friend in Me. And I wrote down in my notes, I always wanted to flip a toy on the Bark Lounger, like Woody goes flying. And You've Got a Friend in Me. We got one of probably like the theme song for Pixar. If you like one of the Mount Rushmore of Pixar
Yes,
songs, at the very least.
I think
You
this will be number one on the family shoe board.
yeah, I feel like if it's songs with lyrics for sure. I mean, any Pixar song, I think this is number one. And then like other ones you could do like the theme from Up, the theme from The Incredibles,
But that don't not
but
have
like it
words.
doesn't have lyrics. This is definitely the
Mm-mm.
number one. Honestly, they might all be Toy Story songs, if you ask me, for the ones with lyrics, except for maybe the Four Town song from Turning Red. Um, but but You've Got a Friend with Me, Strange World, Strange Things,
I feel like
and
Ho got a good song.
who?
Coco.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I can't believe I disrespected Miguel like that. But yeah, You've Got a Friend with Me. What a great banger. You've
Like
got a friend in me.
genuinely such a great opening. Like just such a wholesome opening. Like I don't think this is the most iconic opening. I think we'll get that down the road. But like it was such a blissful opening, just seeing a child's like wonder and joy and happiness, just him playing with his favorite toys, particularly Woody, and like having a good time with the You Got a Friend in Me song, like just showing like the bond between both Woody and Andy being so deep, like from the very moment. Like you like the conflict that comes on later about Woody being replaced, you can see how deeply that would hurt based on how close these two are and how much Andy does everything with Woody.
Yeah, Woody's the star. He's the sheriff that outlaws One-Eyed Bart.
He has Woody blankets, have Woody clothes, posters, like everything. It's decked out as Woody.
Did
Like
you
this
have
is
a toy like that? Was it Woody and Goku, or did you have your own separate toy that was like that? Because for me, I had Bear. Bear was just a stuffed bear, but Bear was Bear, and
Pikachu.
he was the Woody. Yes, Pikachu. He was the Woody of my toy group.
No, no, no. I have Pikachu. I have Pikachu, Pikachu clothes,
Like
Pikachu poster. Like
Pikachu and Bear are the leaders of our toy closet.
yes.
Like Bear is not with the other toys. Bear is on the bed still. Like with
Mm,
respect, we don't like talking about the attic, but
fair.
it is relevant. But did you have any favorite birthday party memories as well? Because we find out that it's Andy's birthday party, and it surprises all the toys. But he's about to move, so we got to have fun with his friends as opposed to these random kids at school that he doesn't know.
A favorite birthday moment. I can't think of anything off the top of my
Or
head
any
if I'm
fun
being honest.
themes. Probably a Pokemon theme.
A Pokemon thing. I remember. Wait, was that when we went to Disney? We went to Florida. It was definitely Florida, and the family was there, so that was
Nice.
fun. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love a good like family hang birthday party. Like, I mean, last year when I turned 28, we were in Epcot. My family and I did a Disney trip for my brother and I's birthday. But like as a kid, so we only had one birthday party at my house.
Mhm.
It was when my mom was very, very pregnant with my brother. My brother, his birthday is like 10 days after mine. He was born 10 days after my sixth birthday, and I had a Lion King themed birthday party, and I had a grand old time. But I do know that one of my childhood friends got kicked in the face, bit his tongue off, and half of his tongue fell off his mouth, and he had to go to the emergency room to get it sewed back on. So that's crazy. So my parents never again hosted a party at our house, and that was also the only time they did host a party at our house because my mom could have given birth at any second.
That's fair.
But usually it was at the park. We did a couple laser tag when I got older. I always had a good theme. The
Oh,
cake
I
was
enjoyed the laser tag. That was
it
fun.
was great. Bowling alley a couple times. Like I had a Spider-Man birthday party. I had a Lion King birthday party. My brother had a Barney. My brother had backyardigans. Scooby-Doo I had. Um,
Here's my issue. I was too young to appreciate the bowling.
yeah. Well, I also grew up in Massachusetts, so we had candlepin bowling. Do you know what candlepin bowling
What is
is?
candlepin bowling?
It's bowling where it's candlepin style. It's not like the round bowling pins that you have. It's just like a stick, and it's instead of with the three holes and the ball that you slide down, it's like little like ball like
Mm.
cannonballs that you just slide down and you just like chuck into the thing. So we should go to Massachusetts play some candlepin bowling sometime.
Listen, Felipe, let me tell you something. You're going to start off winning, but I'm gonna beat your ass.
See, he's gonna pull a Woody. He's gonna be mad and upset, and he's gonna be like, "You are top." Yeah. Let me just say, Mr. Potato Head comes in with the iconic lines from Jump. He's like, why ages three and
Flaming
up,
hot.
ages three and up. Well, I shouldn't be stuck with Princess Drool. And then he goes up to Ham and he's like, "Look, I'm Picasso." And then Ham's like, I don't get it." He's like, "You uncultured swine. What are you looking at, you hockey puck?"
Like and literally, I was like, "Whoa!" I was uncultured swine because I would not have got that as a younger
As
kid.
a kid, I didn't get it, but it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's so good. Like, yeah.
And we get a staff meeting, which is so funny because this is a workplace comedy as well. Like we talked about this, that these are like toxic work environments.
Oh, 100%. This is 100% a toxic
Like,
work
I
environment.
understand Mr. Potato Head's frustration. I do not want to be living with my coworkers and stuck at the confines of their will. Like, you want to make me moving buddies with that person?
What do you 100% says? We're not coworkers. We're a family.
Oh my God. I would be happy, like, but even I don't want to join this family, like, unless like it's like this is not a workplace to me. This is just like friendship. But like knowing that it is a workplace, I'm like, but they're not even getting paid. This is like volunteer work.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the world building is so good in this movie because you see the books and games. They have Mousetrap, they have Operation, Andy gets
Hmm.
Battleship that Mr. Potato Head and Ham play later. The books
Yes.
there, it's like the stories of Ant and Bee. They like Mr. Spell hosts a plastic corrosion meeting that went successfully.
Like, shout out to Mr. Spell.
Safety training. And then they all need to get moving buddies. Did you have a moving buddy? No, you talked about this already.
I talked about this already.
Yeah. And then the birthday parties today, and Potato Head and Rex are stars off the jump. Um, So like they're just like making jokes, like making me laugh so hard. Like I this movie is so silly and unserious, I wrote. I love it.
Like what was it? Rex tried to scare Woody. Like, did I scare you this time? Did I scare?
I was a little scared.
You no, I was almost a little scared. He
Scared.
said,
Yeah, I
I
was
was
almost a
all
little scared. But like the world building continues because we have the soldiers and they are so committed. They're like active soldier going on a mission to like do eavesdropping, and then Andy Mom steps on one and they got the soldier down.
and he's broken.
He's broken, and then they're like listening on the baby monitors.
No, they said
And
no
we
man
get
left behind.
the Pixar ball. So like we all have to like track the Pixar Easter eggs as we go through, like because like in future movies, like Jesse's gonna be a Monsters Inc., Nemo's gonna be a Monsters Inc. in
Oh,
Boo's room. But like we'll have to find like little Easter eggs. But because it's the first that we only see the Pixar ball and lamp, and maybe Tin Toy a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch. But present. Okay. Smash. What's a smash or pass for a lunchbox? Like what?
pass.
Pass. Like you want bed sheets?
Now a smash. But when I was a kid, pass.
When you were 8 years old, and then Potato Head's like, who invited that kid?
Exactly.
And then the last present is Battleship.
Smash.
And yeah, Battleship's a good one. It's Battleship. And because Rex wants a dinosaur, and Potato Head's like, Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. And then the finale surprise, Andy's mom gets a special present, and Rex is like, "What is it? What is it?" And the maybe monitor falls, the battery falls out. Plus is positive, minus is negative. Oh, let me. Woody fixes it, and it's Buzz. Andy's coming, and they all fall. They places everybody.
I think it is that like one of the more iconic scenes. Is like places everybody, they all fall. Woody just coming limp.
Yeah,
Like Rex running into the wall and like immediately freezing because the door's about to open. Like
I love Rex. It's like, here I go, here I go, here I go. Bong. Like, shout out to the Foley team for this movie. The Foley artists ate. The sound effects were on point with this. Like, this was
like truly.
incredible.
Like
Uh,
truly.
but yeah, Woody Spot is in the bed. And then we get the like camera shot, like the way they filmed this, where they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna do any swoopings, but we're gonna like film
Mhm.
it like it's a live action movie." And they like have the camera shot, and it's like Buzz with the reflection, and it's
Yes.
like the theme song of Buzz, and it's like it's so good, our introduction to Buzz, and he's like, come in, Star Command, come in, Star Command," and he thinks it's a new planet. We see the Mickey clock in the background as well, and the Buzz. It's like so good, like the contrast between Woody and Buzz, because it's like Woody has the pull string, he's very limp and
Hmm.
limber, and then Buzz is made of plastic, and he has buttons, and he has the wings that pop out, and it's just like all hard plastic versus Woody's like cloth and like plastic hat and pull string. And like Buzz has lights on him too, and it's just so good.
I also think like the way they come off as toys as well. Like Buzz is standing in this like very authoritative commander pose, very confident, very sleek. Meanwhile, Woody is more of like your buddy, your pal. Like it's oh, this is like, hi, let's go. Did you finish your homework? Now we can go play outside.
Yeah.
Like so in the and like truly like the fact that Buzz even came in this like special made spaceship cardboard toy box whatever.
Yeah.
like and the fact that we immediately see him knock off Woody, it
Mhm.
was, and people are like, Woody, what you doing out here? Oh no, nothing, just a mistake. Like
Yeah, because Woody falls on the floor, and
yeah,
yeah, they're like, Woody, what are you doing under the bed?
which it's like it's supposed to be like, oh yeah, Woody's being replaced. Like it's funny because I think before the birthday party, there was like all this outrage that there was going to be a birthday party happening. The toys were not ready for the birthday party, and at first you're like, why is this for? They're fearful they're going to be replaced, and Woody's the person that's trying to be like, calm down, like you're not getting replaced X, Y, and Z, and now Woody is the one that's on his butt, like no, you're the person that's getting replaced. You're the one who should have been worried the entire time.
Andy literally knocked the cowboy off his high horse.
Like literally, like and like so Woody was being low key arrogant. He needed to be humbled. So
Yeah,
like shout out to Andy for humbling that guy.
Andy really did that. Like Andy's a star. Like we love Andy in this house. As a little boy, I always saw myself as Andy.
Uh, I did not.
No,
No.
well, I feel like Andy and I have something in common that We had Woody and Buzz.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
You only had Woody. You only had Woody.
I was like, where are we going with this? I was very confused.
You only had Woody. You had Woody and Goku.
Honestly, that might be why I
No,
am
you were
who
more
I
of a
am.
Sid. Let's be real.
A Sid. Honestly, guys, this was a fun run for us, but we got to end it here. Thank y'all for joining us.
I'm
I'll see you on my main podcast.
How dare you? How dare you? Oh, Hannah, Hannah. I'm a podcast with Hannah. Um, so they all do introductions. Buzz is like, "I'm Buzz from the Gamma Quadrant," and then what he sees on his box, like the thing that he's saying.
Hmm.
And then Potato Head's like, "I'm from Play School," and then Rex is like, "Well, I'm from Mattel." Well, actually, I'm not from Mattel. I'm from a different company, a smaller company that got bought out in a leverage buyout. And I was like, "This is so funny." Um, and then Buzz has the laser and Woody
Yes,
has laser envy. And I was like, that's funny.
laser envy. Well, I think, and also Mr. Potato Head. Like, honestly, Loki disrespectful this entire movie because no one else was doing this, but Mr. Potato Head constantly like comparing Woody to Buzz and making Woody feel inferior. Like Mr.
Oh,
Potato hates Woody. He
Mr.
hates him.
Potato Head's so sick of Woody's. He's like, Mr. Potato Head's ready to unionize.
Truly, he really is.
He's like, who made you in charge? Like, do you think Mr. Potato Head was the Woody before Woody showed up? Because I don't
I
feel like Mr. Potato Head has leadership energy. He feels like more of a background, like heckling the leaders. He's like Statler and Waldorf, where he's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm good at my job, leave me alone. But like, he doesn't want to be a leader. I don't think. I think he likes being he doesn't like being surrounded by buffoonery. But I don't think he wants to be the leader, anyways.
I don't think he's ever was like Andy's favorite toy, especially like with a line later on. He was like, "Oh, what if I become Andy's favorite toy? Will you push me out the window too?" So like, I don't think Mr. Head like ever was like Andy's like number one toy. But I also feel like Mr. Potato Head is probably like one of those toys that's like always in the rotation. Like Mr. Potato Head is not the shark that's just in
I
the
mean, Mr. Potato Head, you can't go wrong with because he has like you can remove features of him you can play around with. Like I feel like Mr. Potato Head was
Mhm.
always like a toy that I wanted when I was a kid because it's just like so cool. Versus
I did
like
want a Mr. Potato Head. I did want that.
you can do crazy things with Mr. Potato Head. Like you can like give him a mustache one day and then take his mustache off, change his hats.
Hmm.
He goes well with Play-Doh also, right? Because isn't that like the same company? Like you can play.
Yes. Play
Yeah,
school.
so
Yes.
Play School, yeah.
Mhm.
Play-Doh, Play School, Potato Head. But yeah, I feel like Mr. Potato Head's top tier of the roster, but he's not like number one. Like Woody, like for me, Woody and Buzz are always going to be number one, but it's also because of the movie, right? So, but
Hmm.
yeah, Potato Head for of like the real brand toys. Like I'd rather have Mr. Potato Head than a Barbie or a GI Joe, if I'm being real.
Honestly, give me Slinky. That
I
would be
mean,
my toy.
Slinky Ham is also like you get a piggy bank, so you get money with it. Like
So
even as a youth, I was investing into finances.
so here's my issue. I had a piggy bank and I was like too impatient and I broke it too early and I was like, oh, there was nothing in here.
See, I I like the piggy banks, but I didn't like the piggy banks that you had to smash. I like the piggy banks that had a little cork underneath that you could actually like take out because I didn't want to break my piggy bank. I thought that was
So
so mean.
so my piggy bank was plastic, so I have no clue how we're supposed to open it.
Yeah.
But but Lord knows I used scissors to try to cut it open.
You cut the pig open?
Of course, how else am I going to get my coins?
Did this movie give you anxiety with your toys? Like I started being nicer to my toys after this movie. Like I feel like I was always nice to my toys and I feel like it like raised a whole generation to not like throw their toys around or like be mean to them or like be like Sid. And we'll talk more about Sid, but like I feel like I was like nice to my toys because as an anxious kid, I was like, "Oh, what if they come to life and then they hurt me?"
See, I think I just treated toys like I treated everyone else, but I think
Or
this movie probably did
they have
had
feelings
me the way
also.
that I treat technology because like I just assume they will come to life, and I
Mhm.
will always be nice to it. I'm either nice or like will ignore it 100% of the time, and you cannot be mad at someone that you ignore.
I get that. Yeah, no, for me it's also like I want to be nice to them because I don't want to hurt their feelings to my toys. Like I don't want to be mean to them and make them sad. So
Not you being an empath as a kid for
I
toys.
such an impact. Always a people pleaser. Um, so Woody's like, well, what I really want to say, I can't say because there's preschool toys around us. Um,
Ooh.
and Buzz is like, I can fly. And then he's like, you cannot. You're made of plastic. And Woody's like, can too. And then Buzz is like, doing it. We get one of the coolest action sequences. Like, we'll probably talk about this throughout all of
Hmm.
Pixar. There's not a ton of like fights. All the big action sequences are like spectacle. but there's not a
Hmm.
ton of like actual like fist fights like you see in a superhero film. Like there's a
Correct.
couple, right? Like because like Randall gets bonked on the head by Boo. We see a couple like Charles and Carl in Up, they fight, they
Hmm.
go to fisticuffs, but there's not a ton. Like a lot of the action set pieces, especially in this movie, are like them flying, them falling with style, them like doing the Sid thing. Like a lot of the action set pieces are really, really cool. And this
Hmm.
one is one of the coolest. Like if you think about like Pixar movie moments, I feel like this has to be on it. Like Buzz attached to the fan and zooming around and like doing the loop de loop on the race car and like following with style. And then he lands and he's like, can.
Like this is 100% a predecessor to the TikTok videos where someone like bounce a ball off a potato, not potato, a pot, which bounce onto something else and something else into the cup.
And then you get the ones with the music sounds where it's on the xylophone.
Yeah, like 100% like this is a predecessor and it's like really is a cool action sequence. This is the start of me being like, does Buzz know that he's a toy or is he faking?
What do you think?
Because like at this point
Elaborate.
in time, uh Woody thinks he's faking at this point in time, and I think so too. Because when he jumps, he closes his eyes and has his eyes closed the entire time. Like we have close-ups of him just closing his eye, just doing the things, and being like, "See, I can fly." And I feel like if I could fly, Felipe, my eyes are open. I can do it. Like how he does later on when he jumps to the window. Like he just like let's go there. That's what you should do. I feel like he like is either A, no, he can't fly and it's just toy, or B is so uncertain if he can. And it's like praying it works. And,
Yeah. I
yeah.
never thought of it because like the only way I know Toy Story, again, I recognize this film from before I was even like sentient, like this movie was part of my culture. But like I've never thought of it as like, oh, Buzz is faking being a toy. That's fun. I would have to rewatch and like watch it, but like
like
see it like that.
I like think of it as and like now it's like uh you know when you're younger you see like the cool kids and like that and be like, oh, they're not scared of anything, or like they're da da da, and it's like even the people who like fronts the most that they are like very confident has their insecurities as well. And so you
Mhm.
don't that's how I would like take this, but like but still it's like
Yeah, that's
you're faking.
possible. Yeah. Like you're like faking it till you're making it
Yeah, which I feel like that's what I do.
real. Sometimes we all need that. And then Bo Peep cracks me up because she's like, I think I found my moving buddy.
And
Um,
pause. Like, I think Bo Peep makes Woody's crash out later like valid because
yeah.
of this line alone. Because you know they are already moving buddies.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just,
Bo Peep causing chaos.
just pure chaos for
She
no
just like
reason.
lit a match and threw it into the grenade, to the into the gasoline.
Like she
Yeah.
really was like, oh my lord.
Yeah. Then we get Strange Things, which is like a montage of Andy. Andy's changing everything. He's getting Buzz clothes, Buzz artwork, Buzz bed sheets, sleeping with Buzz. Woody's sleeping in the treasure chest. With my one of my favorites, tertiary characters, the shark, who's like, "Hi, I'm Woody. Howdy,
Howdy, howdy,
howdy."
howdy.
And yeah, it's just Woody even gets annoyed with Slinky at one point and pushes him off the bed because he's like infatuated with Buzz, and I'm just like, Woody, jealousy is not a good look on you, my guy, but like I understand.
I would like to go back to the strange things, talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
I think what is it? You Got a Friend in Me is 100% the most iconic song to come from this movie, if not the most iconic songs from all Pixar. Full stop. I think, and I think we'll talk more about this later. I think Strange Things have hit like a lot more.
I
It's
think Strange Things is probably a better song. But maybe it's also less oversaturated because we don't hear it as much. Like You
mhm.
Got a Friend in Me plays on the like actual radio. Whereas Strange Things, I think it's also like just like maybe more my kind of music. But no, I hear what you're saying. Like it also has like that Randy Newman growl that we love, like where he does it in I Love LA too, but it's like
Yeah.
strange things are happening to me.
Was I have
I know,
friend.
talk about it. See, I actually think my favorite of the three songs is "I Will Go Sailing No More," which we'll talk about later. Um,
Interesting. That's going fun.
but yeah, but no, "Strange Things" is a bop.
Yes.
Um,
Is it a bop? Is it a bop? I feel like it's the opposite of a bop.
it's a song I would enjoy listening to.
What's your
Like
definition of a bop?
not maybe like a dancing bop, But
Yeah.
like I would definitely play it in the car and like groove to it a little bit. Like, oh, this is like kind of a fun song to listen to. Like I would listen to it on my own time, but I don't think it would be like on the playlist if I'm throwing a party.
Like this is 100% a song I'll listen to when it's raining and I have my Medea chocolate.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. Your Pizza Planet bars.
You know?
Yeah. Speaking of that pizza delivery guy. Hey man, we'll talk about him. Yeah, but so Buzz seems painful to sleep with. I wrote this
Yes.
because he's made of metal, right? But
Hmm.
anyways, Buzz gets his inscription on his boot for Andy. Did you ever write Andy on your own foot?
No.
No, I don't think I did either, but like I wouldn't be surprised if I wanted to. Um, uh,
Now, I will say I did write AJ on a bunch of
AJ.
my toys afterwards.
Yeah, I don't remember if my parents wrote Andy or my name on it. I need to ask them.
Interesting.
But Potato Head says attic, which foreshadowing for the third movie as well. Um, but Woody argues with Buzz and he pops the helmet off and Buzz is like, "What? How dare you take a space ranger's helmet off? Like in what if there were toxins in this planet?" Um, but then this is where we get Sid, our intro to Sid, and then Ham's like he
Ooh.
must have gotten kicked out of summer camp early, and then Lenny shows and he's like that hairy child, and they're like no, no, that's Scud, and then it's like that happy child, and Mr. Potato Head's like that ain't no happy child.
Like genuinely, I think the things that Sid this does to those toys, we could talk more about later, but you cannot be a happy child.
Yes and no, but like Sid's making his own fun. I wish I had that much like self-love where I was like, "Oh, I know how to have fun." Like I don't get sad when I'm not hanging out with people. Sid does not get Sid is very content. Sid is an introvert through and through. He might have other issues, but he knows how to keep himself entertained. He also has like his own money or he uses his mom's money on explosives. Like okay, but like
Insane.
we saw his parental figure later sleeping on the couch with the soda when Buzz is
Oh
watching the
yeah.
commercial. And I'm like, y'all should just check in on your children.
At least make sure that one isn't harassing the other.
Yeah. That ain't no happy child. Andy's mom says Pizza Planet. They all get excited. And I love like the lighting in the scene, the sunset. It's so cool. Andy in his purple shirt. It's like just everything works so well. Like they really ate with the lighting on this scene, where
Mm.
it's sunset. And then this will be our one and only shout out to Rob Sesternito in this recap episode. But the magic eight ball that Woody is shaking, and I'm only giving the shout out because like that's how we became friends.
Yeah.
But like I saw the Magic 8 Ball, I was like, let me just give him the shout out here because he's the reason we're even doing this. So shout out to him. But what he's shaking it, will I be selected? And the Magic 8 Ball's like, not likely or whatever. And he's like, oh, and he chucks the ball and it goes flying behind the dresser or the desk. And he gets inspired to knock Buzz off, and then he picks up RC.
Wait. I had a question about the Magic 8 Ball.
Yes.
So all toys come to life. Is the Magic 8 Ball a toy?
Yeah, I think so.
So the Magic 8 Ball was just telling Woody his opinion and not the
What? Oh
actual.
yeah, no, the Magic 8 Ball was being messy.
It just being messy with Woody.
Well, I feel like yeah, what the toy? Like if we're gonna explore the Toy Story universe, like stuffed animals are toys, right? Do Funko Pops count as toys?
Yes.
Um, do pens count as toys?
Pez?
Pen,
Oh,
like a writing
no,
utensil.
that's not a
Well,
toy.
because Woody picks up a pencil at one point to stab it, and it doesn't have like sentience. He like picks up the pencil as a weapon in Sid's room. Um, but yeah, no, I will have to describe like is a podcast microphone a toy? Is a video game console? I mean, we'll see in Toy Story 5 the villain's an iPad, so
Oh,
yeah, it's it.
I have seen no promotion for Toy Story 5.
It's a lily pad iPad. Um, so yeah,
That's not an iPad.
I mean it's like an iPad technology.
No, because I had like a lily pad growing up.
Oh, maybe it is. Well, I think it's more of like an actual iPad, but like it's designed as a lily pad. I
Fair
don't know,
enough.
maybe, but like I think it's
Because
about
that was 100
technology.
that
Yeah,
was 100% educational tool.
yeah. Oh, did you have like any of these Pixar stories on the lily pad?
Uh, no, no.
I feel like my friends had Incredibles.
There was, I think Lion King was on it.
Oh, I love The Lion King.
Yes.
Lion King's so good. That's gonna be season 3. Um, but this is where I'm like, oh, so is Woody the villain because he tries to knock Buzz into the dresser with RC, but then the globe falls, the pegs fall, like the thumbtacks, and then Buzz gets knocked out the window by the lamp.
Hmm.
And Potato Head's like, murderer, murderer.
Cause like, let's call a spade a spade. Woody in no world was getting away with this. That car is sentient.
RC saw it, Potato Head saw it.
Potato Head saw it. RC was there. Like,
RC, like, yeah, Woody, but it's also like, because to toys, this is murder. Like, you pushed him out the window. Like,
basically,
yeah.
not only did he push him out the window into Sid's yard.
Yes, exactly, because they saw Combat Carl explode.
Yes.
Um, and then Potato Head's like, Humpty Dumpty was pushed by Woody. And then you can see like sort of like teams forming. Like Woody's gang is like Slinky, Bo Peep, Rex, but then Rex is like, I don't like confrontation.
Let me
Real.
tell you something. Well, okay, you are not about to like citizen.
No, I like watching confrontation. I don't like being in it.
I was about to say, if you have a friend like Rex, you do not have a true friend.
Okay. I love watching the mess. I don't like being in it.
Not the being a mess part, because I get that, not wanting to be a mess, but the fact like everyone's like looking for you to stick up to your friend, and then you just like bow out of fear of confrontation. Like, yo, you need a
Well, I
writer.
mean, Rex does pick Mr. Potato Head's side, I feel like. Um,
Like, he picks his side later on in the movie when he saw murder. When he thinks he saw murder, he's like,
mhm.
"Well, I can no longer deny it. My friend is a murderer."
Yeah, your friend is a murderer, especially like even like later in the film, like we'll see Rex, Slinky, and Bo Peep. Like Slinky closes the window on Woody at Sid's house,
Mhm.
but like they're still on like they're at least agnostic, if not fully. But all the other toys are like, forget your nonsense, Woody. Um,
Pause. Actually, I feel like both Peep and Rex were agnostic. Slinky was the only writer for Woody.
yeah, Slinky was a ride or die.
Truly.
Um, but I also I like this scene because this is where Potato Head's like, what happens if I became Andy's favorite toy? Would you push me out of the window, huh? Um, but Andy can't find Buzz, so he's like, "Where's Buzz?" And then so he picks Woody instead because he's only allowed to bring one toy. And the toys are like, "We want Woody dead." They like come for Woody.
Correct.
Um, and then so they go to the car. Buzz jumps into the car and goes with them. And then we get Dynaco, which made me very happy because we'll see Dynaco gas stations throughout the Pixar franchise.
I was so shook. I was so shook when I saw Dinoco.
Why? Because you didn't think it was here? You
Did
didn't think it
not
was
think it
still
was there.
cars?
Did not think it was the cars. I didn't know this was already established.
Do you think the Pixar universe is all in one universe? We'll talk more about this as we go through, but like it has to be, right?
It's hard. You know what? I think pre-Disney Pixar is all one universe.
Okay. So like through Finding Nemo cars?
Like, that's one universe, yes.
Yeah. I feel like it's really hard with the modern stuff to like shoehorn it in, but
Like the
like
modern stuff,
the
like
OG ones could be one universe. Yeah.
I think maybe like once you get to Inside Out,
Because like Brave is
but
canonically part of
yeah,
it because Boo is the witch from Brave.
I think once you get to Inside Out, it's hard to connect it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to like put it shoehorn it in.
Hmm.
Um, but then Buzz, when Andy goes to, he's like, "Can I help with gas? Can I drive?" And it's like, "When you're 16." But then Buzz does a flip into the
Can I
vehicle
ask you a
with the
question as a
fly.
child?
Yeah, what's up?
Now that you say that, and this might have been just because I grew up in like a country town in a small town. Did your parents growing up ever let you sit on their laps while they're driving and let you control the steering
Absolutely
wheel?
not. Did you?
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy. I was gonna say that's some white people nonsense, but no, it's not.
Like, I had to ask because I'm like, am from a small town, so it was like,
I
you
feel
know
like they
what?
let me like when we were in park, maybe, but no, they would never let me. My parents were the type of parents that didn't let me sit without a car seat until I was 8 years old.
My parents might have been just reckless.
Yeah. I mean, your dad's like, "Oh, AJ can ride shotgun with me in the cop car."
It's fine. It's fine. Life is
Uh,
fine.
uh, Andy helps with the gas, and then Buzz has the fly on his helmet, which like he's like, "Hmm."
Mhm.
And then like Woody's fixing it because he's like insecure about like, oh, and then Buzz says, "Revenge is not an idea we promote on my planet." And Woody's like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then Buzz is like, "But we're not on my planet, are we?" And then Woody's like, No. And then Buzz yeets him out the window. Like they're going. This is one of the few
This
physical
fight scene.
fights in Pixar. But they're like getting physical, like Olivia Newton-John. They're like punching each other, fighting each other, kicking, screaming. Um, and then and I was like, I wrote this down in my notes. Revenge is not an idea we promote on my planet. And I said that could never be AJ. AJ loves revenge.
I was like, I respected Woody, not Woody's, Buzz's like idea of peace and his planet. However, I would not know peace with someone who tries to kill me. Even if it
Yeah.
was accidental trying to kill, like you put
But
yourself in a situation where I almost died.
this is what Buzz comes to. Buzz comes to the AJ mentality because they're not on his planet.
See,
Um,
but here's my thing. Even on Buzz's planet, it would have been on site. Like, let me tell you something, Felipe. I wouldn't have been composed enough to spit out a cool line.
you would be like, "Mm, no, it's on like Donkey Kong."
Listen, don't push me out a window. I don't even
No,
care if
I
I'm on the
mean,
first
but
floor.
to be fair, then does push Woody out the car, and then
As he should have.
uh,
Retaliatory violence
you're
is
Team
okay.
Buzz on this.
I'm Team Buzz.
They fall out the car and then they're abandoned. And
Like,
then
I
Woody
don't
says,
understand how younger me was on Team Woody.
because he's the main character.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, because you understand why all the toys are mad at Woody. Like, it's like he's trying to murder him. Like, what the hell?
Yes, I would have been a part of the mob, Felipe.
Do you remember in the Simpsons movie when Lisa's the guy that she likes brings the flowers with the mob, and then the guy's like, "Oh, let
Yes,
me help you with that." And he like,
yes.
you'd be that. You'd be like, "No, you'd be the guy lighting
Let me help
the."
you. Let me help you.
And then Woody's like, "I'm a lost toy. I'm lost." And then that's like setting up for the fourth movie. So like these Easter eggs, they really do go like when they write these stories, they go and find like things like the attic, like the lost toy, like the fact that they had a kindergarten scene in the early drafts of Toy Story. Like I'm glad that they like pull from crumbs. And there's like if you go back like and look through the franchise, there are these Easter eggs that like pay off and are little like setups and crumbs that probably weren't intended to be much, but like are part of the world building that becomes in the future ones in three and four and probably in five.
I think that's one of the things that makes Pixar stands head and toe above its competitors. It's like it cares about its world building. It cares about canonicity. Like you're not going to see like a character in movie four. I think Toy Story is the only one that gets to movie four. But like you know what I'm saying, get to movie four that's acting like completely different from movie one.
I agree. I feel like Pixar and then Vince Gilligan are the only two universes I've ever encountered that have such care for the lore that's been
Hmm.
established. Like even the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Star Wars at this day and age, which are also Disney properties, like they
Hmm.
like have tons of continuity holes at times. And
Hmm.
maybe Pixar does too, and we might encounter them as we go along this journey. But
Maybe.
like they clearly have a lot more care because you can tell that they comb through all these little nuggets when they're building out the universe further for these independent
Hmm.
franchises. And even if Pixar isn't one complete universe, if it's individual stories, like the Toy Story franchise goes back to this concept of a lost
Hmm.
toy, goes back to the concept of being in the attic. And Vince Gilligan is the only other creative that I can like tell puts as much like detail and care and thought into like the world building, even like small Easter eggs from Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad.
Like, and this is why it's even more impressive from Toy Story. Because when they're making Toy Story, they don't understand what Toy Story will become. They don't understand what Pixar will be. And they still put so much care on the entire world, so much details that they were able to go back in the past and extract from it. Like, that's how, like, because Toy Story, like you said, I forgot who it was, but someone didn't think it would be a success. A success. This easily could have not been successful.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. They even said like in the documentary that I watched that like, oh, we worked 4 years on this thing. At a certain point, we just started making the movie that we wanted to see. That we were making the movie for us. We didn't think it was gonna be successful at a
mhm.
certain point, and so we were just like hard at work doing the thing for us. And that's kind of like my own vantage point with my own podcast restructuring is like I'm gonna start making podcasts that I would want to listen to, and I
Mhm.
can tell that other people are like in that moment of their life. I mean, like we can talk about your plugs later for Drake and Josh, but Matt LaGuardia literally said like that's the reason he started like doing the Drake and Josh podcast with you is because he wanted to listen to more AJ content. He's like, why don't I just do more AJ content? And that's like literally with me. It's like I want to listen to a podcast about Pixar. I like podcasting with my friends. Let's like make the two parts come to a whole and be the podcast that I want to listen to.
Mhm.
and share it with my friends because there's a lot of people who might want to listen to this. And
Hmm.
like at the end of the day, if we get 0 listeners, I'm fine and Danny just doing this, me and you, AJ, like for us. And that's like kind of a peacefulness that I really appreciate.
Hmm.
And then if success comes, we'll be happy as a clan with that as well. We're not saying no to success, but at the end of the day, we're just doing things for us and we've got to make our craft the way we want to make our craft. And I really respect that Pixar mentality and am trying to carry that with me with the rest of my life after
Hmm.
rewatching this movie and putting all this work into this first podcast. It's kind of the same mentality. It's like we're just doing this for us at the end of the day. And if people want to ride the train with us, it is Animation Station. We are pulling up to the station. So y'all are welcome aboard, but at the end of the day, AJ and I are very comfortable just co-conducting this for ourselves.
Because like that's how I live my life. I'm a firm believer of if you're not having fun, it's not worth doing it. Like I truly believe that
Well,
in my heart
sometimes
and
you
soul.
have to do it for the paycheck, but
I Yes, that is correct. We do have to sometimes do stuff that we do not love and do not
for
enjoy
the
because of
most
paycheck.
of your life, you're talking about like for the majority of what you're doing with your time. I
Hmm.
get that. Yeah, and I'm trying to live more like that and like people like you have taught me that. It's like, "Oh, what's most fun for me? Like pick and choose yourself because if you ain't going to
Hmm.
love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?" As RuPaul once said. Imagine RuPaul in the Toy Story universe. Who would RuPaul be?
Who would RuPaul? Who RuPaul would be Mr. Potato Head though.
RuPaul, no, RuPaul would be like that, like Cynthia doll from Rugrats. Like RuPaul would be like a diva, like
Yeah.
an androgynous type of doll that like has wild hair, like a Barbie, but like I don't know, like a Barbie that's like been
Like
through it, like Kate McKinnon's Barbie from Barbie movie,
no, what's their name from the Muppets? The two older guys that sits in the
Statler and Waldorf.
like RuPaul would be one of them, and we need someone to find sit next to Rudolph so they can just crack jokes.
RuPaul would be the elf on the shelf, just like moving around, making commentary.
Just commentary.
Yeah. Um, where were we? Oh, this is probably my favorite scene of Toy Story. There's so many good ones, and this is probably not my favorite, but it's like top three. I think maybe my favorite scene is the falling with style at the end. But this one where like Woody and Buzz are arguing under the vehicle, and this is the perfect time to panic. I'm lost. Andy's gone. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then like Buzz is like, I have to go to Star Command. We get the stars on the reflection of his helmet, and then this is where Woody snaps. He's like, "You are a toy. You're an action figure. You are a child's plaything. You're not the real Buzz Lightyear." Um, and then Buzz is like, "You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity." And then
Bro.
he moves on. That's a read.
Yes, truly, genuinely. That hurt me. That hurt me, Felipe.
I must carry that with my life. When someone starts yelling at me, I'm just gonna be like, "You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity." And then
That's a winning line. You
this
can't come back for that.
it, really, but Woody does get Buzz back because the Pizza Planet truck arrives at the perfect time. We get the rocket
Hmm.
ship on the delivery, um, and this driver is so stoned. I'm sorry. Like he should not be behind the wheel. He's like, "Hey man, can you help me fill up?" And he's like, "The pizza's getting cold, man."
I'm like, sir, did your company not give you money to fill up your gas? Like,
Yeah.
yo.
But it's also like the pizza's getting cold. He doesn't know how to get to where he's going. Also, like he's like too like because. But to be fair, at this time we didn't have iPhones. He was using like a printed map. Like
Well, I think it was just a couple years ago. I was just giving people directions, and my
I
guilty conscience was like, I gave them the wrong direction. I told them to go north on the highway when they should have went south. That's on me.
I mean they'll figure it out. They have phones. But
Clearly not. They were asking me.
maybe they were on the Amazing Race.
You know what? Fair enough.
How would Woody
Yeah.
and Buzz do on the Amazing Race?
Um, Either really bad or really good. Like they are either 11th, 8th, 11th through ninth, or first to third. They're not
Makes
fitting
sense.
in the middle.
Mhm. That's real. Um, so Woody decides to go in the back and he's flying around. And I like the dichotomy because sometimes the movie will show us that Woody makes a good decision. Sometimes it shows us that Buzz makes a good decision. So it's like, it's very like neutral. It doesn't have a stance. Like it's like Woody's wrong, Buzz is wrong at times. But like at the end of the day, like these are imperfect heroes,
Hmm.
even if they're not always the best people or characters. They're imperfect and they are flawed, but they both have strengths and weaknesses. And then
Yes.
Buzz buckles up, safety first. And then he's like Woody after being tossed around like a rag doll, literally. Um, Buzz goes to help him up, and he sees that Woody has the drink. Now,
Yes.
are you the burger box or are you the soda cup?
I'm the burger boss.
You're the burger box. I think I had that as well. I was like, I think I'm the drink cup, and you're the burger box. Um, but yeah, I feel like we're you might be like a touch shorter than me, maybe, but we're around the same height, I think. So
I feel like you are actively tall. I feel you
okay.
are actively tall and I'm
So
not.
are you Buzz or are you Woody? Am I
I
Woody?
you are 100% Woody.
And you're 100% Buzz because you're cooler than me.
No, I
Okay.
appreciate that, but no. But like if we were basing it on height alone, you tower over me, sir.
Now, does this mean I'm Suri and you're Felicia?
That makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of
Because
sense.
you did dress up as Felicia,
I did dress up as Felicia.
but I feel like I would love to be Suri. I don't think anyone's as cool as Suri.
Like Cerie's such a slick, smooth talker, man.
Yeah. Do you think we could get Suri like we like, hey Suri, let's slide into her DMs. Be like, we want to interview for our podcast based on your success on Survivor 50. Want to talk about Bug's life with us? Imagine. Like, what Pixar movie should we try to get Suri to talk about with us?
That is hilarious. I will love that. A
Like, hey
bug
Suri,
life.
do you want to talk about Cars 2 with us?
Cars too.
Suri, what's your take on Onward?
Tell me about the good dinosaur, Cerie.
Sandra, will you come talk about like The Incredibles 2? This is so funny. Like, imagine Suri talking about Bug's life. I'm just dying. Like, oh my
That's
god. Like, Suri, we need your take. What's Heimlich like? Like, how would you be in in alliance with Heimlich? Um.
oh my goodness.
Oh my god. I needed
Like
that laugh.
like I would say if Cerie was a toy in Toy
If
Story,
Suri was a toy, Suri would be like, she would be like Mr. Spell. She would just be shading people on the
she
side.
would be Mr. Spell. She
Dude, no,
would,
I don't know if she would be Mr. Spell, but she'd be like one of those like shelf toys that doesn't really do a lot of movement. She's just like sitting and laying on the hammock, right? And everyone comes to her. She'd be like one of those types of toys where she's just like chilling. Like, I mean, she'd be a book. She'd be like a book
a book.
or something. Like, what's a toy that hangs out on the shelf?
You already said up on the
Like,
shelf.
see, she and Sandra would be the Statler and Waldorf. Like,
I can see that. I can see
yeah,
this that.
yeah, she'd be chilling.
She'd be straight chilling.
Yeah, yeah. Sound off in the comments. What would Suri and Sandra be in Toy Story? Like, if I ever direct a Pixar movie, I'm making Suri and Sandra characters.
As you should.
Like, if I like that, that is a dream of mine to like direct a Pixar movie. I would love to like
Like
hire Sandra and Suri just to do voice acting work for like one day in a booth. Like, you know
like
how like they like all these
mhm,
celebrities get their like favorite people are able to get like their people like to do one-off lines. That's what I would
mhm.
want to do. I would want to bring survivors involved.
I think Cerie will 100% be Edna mode.
Nah, Suri's not Edna. She has that energy, but like
She is.
Edna, I feel like Suri has that energy, but Edna's more like I don't know. Like there's Edna's a little I don't know. Suri's a little bit. How do I say this? Edna's a little too white to be.
Whoa, Edna's white.
I feel like Suri and Sandra they have a little bit more
Pause.
spiciness in their flavor.
Yo, Edna's white.
I feel like Edna's a little too cranky and like curmudgeon-y
Are
versus
you?
Suri.
Edna's not white. No,
Edna's so white. I'm sorry.
no. I'm being butt 50 with Felipe.
Edna's a black lady?
I read her as an Asian woman this entire time.
Is Edna? I thought Edna was white. Well,
Oh,
so Edna mode is
we'll get
based
to
off.
Edna when
We'll
we get
get
to
to
Incredibles.
Edna. Yeah, we should probably go back to the tangent, but Edna's based off of famous costume designer in Hollywood, Edith Mode, maybe.
Hmm,
So we'll look her up and do some history on that.
fair
But
enough. Fair enough.
I don't know. I feel like Sandra and Suri are a little spicier. They need to like have like different kind of reads. Like Edna's definitely like, um, she has that energy. Like Suri definitely like even in this week where she like behind the scenes told Rizzo to sit his ass down and not play with the coin. Like she has that like energy where it's like knock it off. But like
Yeah.
I feel like Suri like did you ever watch Rio?
Yes. The
Sheree
birds,
and Sandra to
Brazil.
me would be the birds, like the Jane Lynch and Wanda Sykes birds at the start of the movie.
Mm.
Like I feel like they're like a little like silly like that. Anyways, Pizza Planet. I did have a question for you.
Got an answer for you.
What was your favorite kid spot? Like a Chuck E. Cheese, a mini golf, a bowling, laser tag? What was your favorite like type of these like Pizza Planet chains?
So, there's this place called Hollywood Connections.
Hollywood Connections. I'm gonna Google this.
Uh,
In Atlanta, Georgia?
and what was it? There was a skating rink, a diner, a rock climbing wall, an arcade, a miniature golf area. Like I was that like, and there was a movie theater attached to it. So like clearly, that was like the place to go if you want to do something fun.
So it was just like a play park for kids, but like with lots of different things. We kind of had something. It was like called Kids Playground, where it was like there was like a jungle, there was like an owl house from Winnie the Pooh. There
Mm.
was a pizza. There was like a ball pit. Um, it's like this amalgamation of a Chuck E. Cheese. There was Monster Mini Golf in like I want to say Norwood, Massachusetts that
Oh,
I liked. Monster
there's also
Mini
laser
Golf.
tag arena.
Yeah, but it was like there was pizza, there was laser tag, bowling,
Yeah.
like these types of things. They don't like kids don't have these like third culture spots anymore. Like
Mm. Third
these
spaces. Yeah.
third spaces, yeah. Like I know Nicole and I have talked about the mall many times, but like kids don't have the mall anymore. Like they are malls, but like kids just probably like play on Discord and Zoom and like watch Mr. Beast and like they don't have these like spaces. Like I even as an adult want to go play laser tag or go to like a Chuck E. Cheese type of thing.
Felipe, next time we meet up, we need to like set up a laser tag game.
Yes, I mean they still exist, but like yeah, oh my God, we need to do a group trip like you, me, Gia, Nicole, etc. Like our friends,
Yeah.
and instead of like doing like a cruise or anything, we'll be like, no, we're gonna get an Airbnb and go laser tag.
It'll be so much fun, Felipe.
Right? I was watching so my 15-minute break that I took during my podcast prep yesterday. I watched clips from How I Met Your Mother, and it wasn't the laser tag thing, but do you remember how Barney would go play laser tag with all these kids?
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
Pizza Planet.
Also, what is your favorite pizza topping, and what is your favorite pizza place, like fast food chain for pizza?
I've grown fond of Romeo's.
I've never had Romeo's.
I really like Romeo's. Romeo's is really good. My favorite topping, like single topping, or like what my favorite order on pizza would be.
Okay, go both. Hit me with both.
Single topping sausage.
Sausage.
I think sausage is my favorite.
Okay. And then as a if you're ordering a pizza for you, what are you doing?
Please do not shoot the messenger.
Are you gonna say pineapple?
I am about to say pineapple.
I love pineapple on pizza. No, this is safe
Okay,
space.
okay, perfect.
See, Hawaiian pizza, my complaint is more with the ham. I'd rather have a pizza with pineapple, no ham, versus ham, no
I switch out the ham for
pineapple.
the chicken.
I sometimes do. So right now, my favorite has become Domino's, but I also like Little
Mm.
Caesars. Growing up, my favorite was like growing up in the white suburbs of Boston. I liked the little like insert
Mm.
town name House of Pizza. Um,
It's her
yeah,
topping
but
husbands.
like as an adult, like I do Domino's or Little Caesars usually. Little
I
Caesars
love Little Caesars.
for the buck. I love the stuffed cheese crust. I like the
I,
pretzel cheese crust at Little Caesars, and then I like the garlic parmesan cheese crust at
like
Domino's.
they're the cheapest and they're so cheesy.
And they're so nice too.
Yeah.
Usually, like, and I like that you can just go in and it has the oven thing. You just put the number in. You don't have to
Yeah.
talk to nobody.
Love Little
Um,
Caesars.
so shout out Little Caesars. I know Chappelle's a fan as well. He loves it, especially as an educator, because you can just like buy a ton for cheap. Um,
Genuinely.
um, but I also love their slices and sticks. If you ever got those, which is
I have not.
I feel like if I'm going for a single topping, I left pepperoni, but like I also like Blaze. Blaze when you can create your own. I don't know if you've ever been to Blaze.
No.
I love Lay's. But like for me, I like spinach, I like pineapple, and then I like a meat. So whether it's like sausage, chicken, pepperoni, and then Domino's also has Philly cheese steak, Philly steak, and I like their Philly steak
Mm,
or burger meat. I'm not a big like prosciutto. I'm not a big ham. I don't like deli as much. I
interesting.
like deli turkey, but I don't know. One day I just decided I didn't like ham, and I didn't like the taste of ham, and
One
so
day I just
like,
decided I didn't like ham.
and then not the pig. I love the pig. But I just decided I didn't like ham, and it made me like did you ever watch the Full House episode where they go to Disney World and how Michelle is like sitting next to the window seat makes me gag or sitting like the cherry flavor makes me gag, and I was like that's like me because I remember I went to my friend's place and we had
Mm,
salami and I thought it was disgusting, and so I was
mm.
like red deli meats not my bag. I like turkey, but that's it. But no, but then I have ham and something, and I'm like, "Ah, I don't dislike ham. I just like as an adult. But even to this day, like if I have the choice, I pick like today. I went to the Armenian bakery that I love, and I
Yeah.
asked for the sandwich with no ham because I was just like, I don't want ham. I don't know. It just became a thing when I was a kid, and I used to eat ham and cheese sandwiches as a kid, and then I just like didn't. I don't know.
You,
That's
you,
some of my
just
lore.
you just made an active choice to like not like him.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
I'll eat it. Like, I'm not gonna disrespect people, but like, there's things that like, unless like I'm at a dinner party or like it's already there, I'm gonna like ask for substitutions.
Fair enough. Fair
Everyone has
enough.
those things, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So you're hiding in the burger box, and I'm hiding in the drink cup, and now we're back to our original scheduled program. We went on some tangents there, but they're trying to get back to Andy, and Woody is telling Buzz that they're gonna have the spaceship has hyperactive hyperdrive and astro turf. Um,
Like, like this is just like Woody's just being disrespectful. Like full stop.
Woody is being disrespectful, but I mean, he's not wrong. They do need to get back to Andy's house because regardless if Buzz thinks he's a toy or not, he knows what Buzz and Andy mean to him. And
Mhm.
Woody's intentions are a little bit more selfish because he doesn't want to be thrown out the window by Potato Head. But um, also, I'd like to think there's a part of Woody deep down that he's like, well, I don't want Andy to be sad. And even if I don't like Buzz, I'd rather Andy's sadness is avoided than leaving Buzz behind. But you know, Buzz thinking
I'm
that
so
he's
happy you gave that humanity to Woody.
you
I did
think
not give him the same grace.
I don't I mean I think like what was Woody's long-term plan? Leave Buzz in the bushes?
See, here's the thing. Woody
Well,
wasn't thinking.
he was just leaving him behind the desk, and then like things got out of hand.
Like things just got out of hand. Like things.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we'll
that's
talk
the
about the
true way to
bushes
it.
because I have a line from Rex later that cracks me up. But
The
uh,
bushes.
the Buzz sees the claw machine and he's like,
Yes.
"Oh, there's the rocket." And then Woody's like, "Oh," and then so he goes in there, and this is where we introduce my favorite characters, the aliens. And Buzz asks who their like leader is, and it's like the Claw. And then they're like, "Stranger from the outside." Ooh. The Claw is our master. The Claw chooses who will go and who will stay. And then Sid shows up and Woody's in there and he's like so stressed out. And then the alien is picked up by the Claw and he's like, I have been chosen. Goodbye, my friends. But then Sid sees the Buzz Lightyear and he's like, oh, a Buzz Lightyear. And he goes to grab it. And then Woody's trying to pull it. And Sid's like, hey, not fair. Do you know who the voice of Sid is, by the way?
No, who is it?
Eric Von Detten, who
Isn't that Stewie?
Stewie from Family Guy?
Malcolm in the Middle.
Dewey? No,
Dewey.
that's that's Eric Persullivan.
Oh.
Eric Eric Von Eric Von Detten, he's the guy from Brink. He was like a Disney Channel guy. He also was in the
Dewey.
Princess Diaries, and I believe he's a winner of the Celebrity Mole Hawaii.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, Eric.
yeah, with Kathy Griffin. But anyways, yeah, he's the voice of Sid. We could do the whole voice cast later. I know we talked a little bit, but then Woody gets pulled, and he's like, "Stop it, you zealots!" Because the aliens are pushing them because the claw is like, and aliens make Buzz go up, and Woody goes too, and he's like, "Oh, 2 for 1." And then I asked you because we arrived at Sid's house. Is Toy Story a Halloween movie?
Is toy like no, like canonically no, spiritually yes.
Mhm. I think so, especially the Sid scenes. Like, I feel like this scene in particular, you could throw on Freeform in the middle of October, and it fits. Speaking of Halloween movies,
I,
do you remember
like,
when
like
you
like
me?
like Loki. No, finish your statement.
Well, because then I later in the movie I asked, "Is Toy Story a Christmas movie?" But we'll ask this later. But I think it's more of a Christmas movie or a Thanksgiving
Like,
movie.
spiritually no, canonically also no.
Well, canonically, yes.
No.
I think Andy's birthday's in November and Christmas is a couple weeks later. That's my take, but I don't know for sure. Or
Okay, okay.
this also might be the summer, so I don't know.
No, it's
Well, because the movie comes out in November of 1995. But I think this is a summer, like this is set in the summer, right? Because it's Bay Area, so you would assume it looks colder, but it looks very sunny. But I don't know what the wind feels like, right? So we don't know. But oh no, it is summer because Sid got kicked out of summer camp.
Yep, 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 yep,
Yeah,
yep,
okay,
yep.
cool. Never mind. I'm wrong. This is a
It,
summer movie.
it happens.
Yeah. But do you remember, speaking of Halloween movies, this will be a quick tangent, when you, me, and Naomi had a grand old time talking about Monster House and how that kid Chowder's mom was getting it on with the gym trainer.
Whoa. I remember the podcast. I do not remember that part. I do not remember.
Shout out Naomi. Hope she's doing
Shout out to
well.
Naomi.
So Sid steals, this is where we introduce Sid's house. Sid steals Jamie from Hannah, pretends he's an OR doctor, and hey, he's living his fantasy. Like, he puts the surgical mask on. He was wearing masks 25 years before it was cool. He switches the pterodactyl head with the Hannah toy. And then my favorite line from this scene, I don't believe that man has ever been to medical school, from Buzz.
That's my favorite line of the movie, Felipe.
That's
That's
your
full
favorite.
stop. That's my favorite line.
Were you
Full stop.
dying?
I was dying when he said that. Don't believe
When
that
you
man has
when you
ever
were
been to
watching
medical
this
school.
movie, were there lots of lines that just had you rolling?
Yes.
This movie is a comedy. This,
Like
like, they
that
don't make
one.
movies like this anymore.
Like that one was, look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Who invited that kid?
Like, and it wasn't like because these were like not the lines that like
Yeah.
you remember from Toy Story. And I
No,
think that's why they
exactly.
killed me. Like they
Because
came out of nowhere.
this is because now you're the adult watching the kids movie. Like, also, like when Mr. Potato Head takes his mouth and he's just
It
like
says the
clapping his
kiss.
butt.
Yeah.
Slinky. Then we get then he shows Hannah the new toy, and she screams, and then she calls for mom, and then Sid's like, "She's lying. Whatever she says is not true." Me, whenever I'm in confrontation.
Like, tell me you're guilty while telling me you're guilty.
And then Woody meets Sid's toys, and he grabs a pencil, and he's like stressed out. And then this is one of my favorite lines that I caught on this rewatch, because they're trying to like have the monkeys find Buzz out the
Mhm.
window in Andy's room, the Andy's room toys. And then Rex is like, and then the cat does the screech, and then Rex is like, "Whiskers, will you get out of here? You're interfering with the search and rescue."
Oh my gosh.
This
Rest is
movie
fun.
is so fun.
Rest is so much fun.
And then Woody's not with Andy, and Bo's worried, and Andy's even sad because he can't find Woody either.
Hmm.
Sid, the next morning. So this scene was originally like supposed to be longer, and then they were like, "Why we don't want to show this too much torture porn, basically, of like Sid like being a menace to the toys." But like he pulls the magnifying glass and he like freezes Woody. And I want to go
Yes.
back and look and see in the second movie, third movie, if he has this dot on his head,
Ooh.
because
Big.
like if he might have like gotten into the plastic. But when I say this movie is fantastic, like this scene right here influences the future when we get the rocket at the end. Like every scene here matters, even this
Yes.
comedic scene. Like this is what I love
That
about,
was not
this is how I
comedic.
feel
That was
about,
not comedic.
no, it was painful. But Lion King is another movie where like every scene matters, even like the character moments. Like this is a character moment, you would think, but like it has plot relevancy. And like when we like look back at these movies, like some like my greatest frustration with like a lot of like live action movies is that there's a lot of scenes that aren't necessary in the final cut, and
Mhm.
they keep making these movies longer, whereas like Pixar has consistently been 1 hour 30 to
Mhm.
1 hour 50. I feel like there's no 2 hour Pixar movie. And like they make every scene count. And
Yes.
that's something that I appreciate. And then like Woody dunks his head in the cereal, which is like Fruit Loops basically. What's your favorite cereal? I do love a Fruit Loop
Cinnamon
as an
Toast
adult.
Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like anything, like because like I don't eat a lot of sugary cereal anymore.
I
Like
like.
when I get cereal, it's dangerous for me because I could eat the entire cereal box in one sitting.
I think that's
Um,
fair.
so I tend to not get cereal unless I know I'm gonna like do a like relaxing, like when I'm like on vacation calories basically is when I get
Mhm.
cereal. Whether it's a staycation or a vacation, like I'm like, oh,
That's
I
fair.
can enjoy my cereal because it is sugary. And like I also, milk stresses me out to have at home because if I don't use it, then it goes bad. But if I do use it, I'm gonna be like drinking a ton of milk. Like so I only get it for my coffee basically these days, or for my mac
Interesting.
and cheese. Um, like
I also like Golden Graham.
Golden Graham is good. I mean I love Lucky Charms. I think that's probably my favorite.
I like Crave.
Crave, interesting. I like some of the non-kid ones. Like I like Special K. Um, there's I mean, Cookie Crisp when I was a kid, I thought was overrated. Rice Krispies I like. I do think Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Krispies are a little overrated.
I think I almost choked on some Cocoa Krispies before.
Oh my God, not that.
It happens.
So do you remember when they would do like these marketing promos? I have a fun story from the second grade. Maybe I should save this for the Incredibles pod, but I got the Incredible cereal and then I threw up and it was all red.
Oh,
And I went to the nurse's office and I was throwing up and then I went home early that day. But yeah, that was the Incredible cereal. That's my core memory of the Incredible cereal.
I didn't even know there was an Incredible cereal.
Um, yeah. So have we done our cereal moment?
You done that cereal
Sound
moment.
off. Tell us what your favorite cereal is in the comments if you are listening. Nicole, I expect a dissertation. Um, Woody sees the open door. He's gonna make a run for it, but then he gets blocked by the Sid's toys.
hmm
And I mean, like the spider toy just like lives rent free in my head. Like there's other Sid's toys, but like you can tell the leader of the Sid's toys is the spider head, the spider baby.
I would like to give an honorable mention to Fish Huck with woman legs.
I call her the hooker toy, but she's legs. Yeah, her character name
The
is
hooker
Legs,
toys.
but because she has a fish hook and she has those
Yeah.
legs. But Woody's gonna like, you're an action figure, Buzz. Let's karate chop. And the Buzz is like, hey, hey, hey. And he tries to run away, but Scud is on the staircase. And then Buzz and Woody are trying to escape. And Woody decides to be extra as hell and crawls. And his pull string gets pulled by the staircase. And reach for the sky. And then Scud wakes up, and they have to split up. So Buzz gets away, and Woody hides in the closet,
Did they
which
have to split up? Pause.
they didn't have to, but they did for character moments.
Yes, we needed the next character moment,
Yeah.
which
So
I think
then,
was needed.
so this is where Buzz sees the commercial for the Buzz Lightyear toy, and this is where Sid's parental figure. I assume it's his dad, but it could be his mom sleeping with the soda in the Barca Lounger. And we see like the soda look. You know what the soda reminded me of? It reminded me of the soda from Jimmy Neutron, the grape one
Oh,
that Carl loves,
yes,
and he burps, and then he becomes the big burper or whatever his
I can see
superhero name.
that. I can see that.
Um, was Jimmy Neutron on your list with Lagori?
I think it was on Matt's list. I don't think it was on my list.
Okay, Jimmy Neutron's a great
No,
time.
pause. It was on Matt's list. It definitely was not on my list.
Jimmy Neutron
Pause.
was great.
Pause. I did not say that. Not to mean I did not like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah,
I
no,
like Jimmy
AJ
Neutron.
hates Jimmy Neutron because he thinks that Hugh Neutron is weird.
Okay, but Hugh Neutron is weird.
He is weird. Oh, sugar booger. So Buzz sees the toy commercial and again planting seeds and crumbs. Alice Toy Barn, because that's where you can
Alice
buy
Toys Barn.
Buzz.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Speaking of Wayne Knight, who almost voiced Buzz, but like, then we get this most heartbreaking scene called where he goes and tries to fly through the window, and it's to "I Will Go Sailing No More," which that song has made me cry in the past. Just listening to it, it's just so beautiful. Like, there's a loss of innocence captured in the scene that is quite beautiful, but also painful. I remember a couple years ago when my mom came to visit, we went
Mhm.
to Disneyland and I saw this kid, he was probably around my age. He had a turning red backpack for whatever reason that like made me want to think of this song. And I thought of this song and just like it made me emotional seeing that because it was like, oh my God, this kid is like embracing his childhood here. And I love that because he's doing whatever he wants to do. And I feel like I would be so self-conscious about doing it, fear of being picked on because of like my experiences growing up where I was like
Mhm.
6 years old and I still loved Winnie the Pooh and kids would make fun of me for liking Winnie the Pooh, saying that's for babies. And just like I don't know, there's a loss of innocence. So then that song like registered in my brain and then I was like grieving some sort of like change that I was like going through, like living by myself and really entering adulthood. And my mom was here, and like that song became like a staple core memory for that weekend. And we had a lot of fun at Disneyland. And but like I always get emotional when my parents leave when they visit, like, and then I'm fine like after like 20 minutes. But like that song like has made me cry many times since that moment. And like it kind of just I don't know. It's a beautiful song. It's about the loss of innocence and there is like a beauty and sometimes a yearning to be that innocent child and like because there's also like a lack of safety and Buzz kind of experiences this when he finds out he's not he's a toy
Hmm.
He's no longer safe because then he does this destructive thing. He has that ego death where he like then jumps off the thing and breaks his arm. And I don't know, like I don't know. There's a beauty in the scene. I can't really
Hmm.
vocalize it the way that it impacts me, but I love the song. I love the scene, even though it
I,
hurts.
like I appreciate the sharing because like I think this is like the like emotional low of this movie. Like I think there was like a lot of happiness, a lot of fun,
This is
but like
Buzz's emotional mo. I think Woody
yes.
has one later. I think Woody has a different one later. But we'll go on with your point.
Okay, maybe I just didn't resonate with Woody's as much.
Valid. Yeah, Woody's your villain. Woody's not the Sid's not the villain of this movie to you. Woody is.
Woody's the catalyst of this movie.
You're not wrong.
Yes. But like I genuinely do think the idea of like the constant repetition of I will go sailing no more. As you see, like Buzz try to do something he like wants so like I think it's the fact that like Woody like wants it so bad. Like you can see like he wants to prove this wrong. Like he can wants to prove like this universe's truth is not actual true. And as he slowly falls in the slow realization, like, oh, not only am I not this like superhuman being, the superhero that I thought I was. Not only like is everything a lie, but like oh, it was also a switch of like, what am I for? What was it like from the Barbie movie? What was I made for? This was Buzz's. What was I made for? Um,
Yeah.
like you even see it in the next couple scenes, like when he gets drunk and even in Sid's room again, even when he's about to face death, he's like, "What am I if I'm not a superhero? Like, what's my purpose? What am I used for?" And so it's like very like heartbreaking to see like even though like I did question it multiple times throughout this movie and still question it. Buzz's self-awareness, like he's confronting the truth. He's confronting his life now and what he will be and like what is there for him. And I think that's like very like I think we all feel that at different points in time. Like, okay, the dream I wanted so bad can no longer come true. Now what? What I've been aspiring for, I did not get. Now what? Or like I worked so hard for this, but someone else got it. Now what? And like we all had that moment of like, I don't know what else is there to do. I put my entire everything in this. So yeah, this was like a really good scene.
I agree 100%. And it's also like I don't know, when people tell you something that you don't want to believe and like there's the indignation part of it and Buzz has been doing that the whole movie, but then even in the song, like when we get the like music picks up at one point and it's like no, it can't be true. I can fly if I wanted to. And we like the music swells and we go up and then he jumps and then it's like wide I'd fly clearly I will go sailing no more and it's like even he like he doesn't want to believe it and he still has to like experience this loss
Hmm.
and like it to like grow and like that's like a cruel truth of humanity is like you sometimes have to go through horrible situations to like come out on the other side and embrace like what your life is meant to be and
Hmm.
like Buzz has a beautiful life after this like in terms of like once he embraces that he's a toy we get Toy Story 2, 3, 4 and like Buzz
And Lightyear.
and, don't talk about Lightyear. I want to fight that movie. We'll get there when we get there. But that one is actually a human though. He's not the toy.
Hmm.
Um,
I
but
didn't watch
like
Lightyear.
he has
Not
a
yet.
he has the toy. He has the toy, right? So he like learns to embrace and love being a toy later on. But like for now, like this is like his reality shaken. Everything he believed to be true is a lie. This is like if your parents like sit you down and tell you like something earth-shattering about like someone in your family like this news and like reshapes your whole perspective on what life is supposed to be and like sometimes these moments happen to us over the course of a time but for Buzz this happens over the course of like an hour like even though Woody's been telling him for like probably weeks at this point well because Andy moves a week from the start of the movie so like within a
Yes,
week this is like quick this movie moves fast
fast. Like
also
I
like
think it's been 2 3 days at
can
most.
we go back? Andy, you're about to move. Why are you switching all the artwork and the posters and the bed sheets when you're about to move? But Andy's mom, okay.
Fair enough. Great question. Great question.
Anyways, should we go back to the plot or do you have anything else about this scene and like this?
Let's go back to the plot, baby.
And again, I think of the songs in this movie, this one's my favorite. Um, as a song. This is like we'll get to like a different version of this in the sequel with when somebody loved me, um, when she loved me. Sorry, but like these songs, ugh, I
Hmm.
just want to hug my younger version of me.
Oh.
Um, anyways, Buzz loses his innocence. Hannah finds Buzz. Woody's hiding in a closet because, you know, everyone in this movie's a little fruity. Uh, he has the Christmas lights also, which we'll see later. And then they're having a tea party, and then Woody's like, "Oh, Hannah! Oh, Hannah!" And then Buzz is drunk on this tea. This is where I have is Toy Story a Christmas movie because of the Christmas lights. And I do think they played it on Christmas time on Freeform, like for whatever reason, but maybe I'm wrong. But Buzz is basically drunk. The like he's like, "You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit," and I love Mrs. Nesbit.
I was
Uh,
so shocked.
this is who RuPaul would be in the movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, so Buzz is basically drunk. He's like drinking his feelings on tea.
Hmm.
Notice how also the Stuffies don't have heads because Sid
Yes,
is a menace.
to
Um,
society.
but then Buzz is so depressed and he's like, I tried to fly out the window. And then Woody's like, out the window? Buzz, you're a genius. And this is like an hour into the movie. We still have 30 minutes, but I'm like, this movie's flying.
Hmm.
Like, this movie has such good pacing. Like, like maybe as a kid, we expected these things to be longer because time moved slower as kids. But like, as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, this movie's flying.
Like I
Uh,
thought this was like the last 15 minutes of the scene movie.
yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, what more do we got? Why is there so much time?
Well, so then it starts raining, right? No,
No.
no, we're ahead.
No.
So Woody goes to the window, and Buzz is like, he's like, Buzz, give me a hand, and he throws his hand, which I'm
Hmm.
like, that's funny. But then he's like, I'm not Buzz. We have the secret handshake, and then Ham and Potato Head are playing Battleship, and they get interrupted, and they're like, son of a building block, he's in the psycho's bedroom. And then Woody throws the Christmas lights, and then Potato Head intercepts. He's like, "How do we know you're not gonna push us out the window?" And he's like, "No, Buzz is with me." And he shows, and then he's like, "What are you trying to pull?" And then Woody's like, "Nothing," and then pulls his arm out, and then Rex starts throwing up. What do you think Rex throws up if he's a toy? Like, there's nothing in there. He just gags.
I think dry heaving.
Valid. And then Bo Peep is like, "Oh, oh." Because you have to imagine, like, someone shows you a human arm with like the bone poked out. Like, I understand, like, they're referencing, like, it's funny because that's basically what he's doing, right?
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so the even Slinky closes the curtain on Woody, and you know it's bad when Slinky's no longer ride or dying.
Yeah, you lost them. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wesley, you don't want you.
I love Slinky. I have a friend named Garrett who kind of reminds me of Slinky. He's like, "Oh, diggity dog, like, good morning, how you doing? Like, I'm all right, I'm all right. Things are going good, Woody. All right, you can be the red. I'll be black this time. Oh, not fine. I'll be red if you really want to be the black checkers.
I like Slinky really reminds me of a person who sits on the porch, you know.
Yeah, I have to show you. I mean, Will Davis also has Slinky energy, if I'm being real. Not
Mm,
that he sits on a porch, but it's like I don't know, just like the vibe, like laid back, chill, like.
yeah. Like go with the flow. Like if you want to be
Yeah,
red, I guess I'll be like okay, it don't
yeah.
matter.
Loyal. Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. I like
Um,
Slinky.
so Woody tries to defend um so yeah, so then Slinky closes the curtain on Woody, and the Sid's toys come out, and Woody's like, "Get away from Buzz, get away from Buzz," and then they fix
Hmm.
Buzz, and they realize, "Oh, you're actually like nice toys. You're not menaces. Like you're not
Yeah.
scary. We actually like you." And then they all run and hide except for Buzz, because they hear Sid coming, and Sid's package arrives, and he's like, "It came! It finally came!" The
Mm.
big one. And I want that to be a TikTok sound so bad whenever I get something cool in the mail. Not for the inappropriate reasons that AJ
I'm
wants
about
it
to
to
say
be.
that's not what it's going to be used for on TikTok.
It's not
Let me
going to be
tell
used for
you
that,
something.
but
I'm telling
uh,
you right now.
Sid wants to blow Woody up, but he can't. He's like, "Where's that stupid cowboy doll?" And he's like, "Well, Buzz Lightyear will do." He straps on the rocket onto Buzz, and then it starts thundering and lightning, and he's like, "Oh man!"
Hmm.
And then he like sets the launch for the morning, sets an alarm clock, and this is when we have the Dark Night of the Soul, where like Sid and one thing before I get there and wrote in my notes, like I love the fact that this movie. showcases kids love toys. Even if Sid's shenanigans, Sid, Andy, Hannah, Molly, we see them all throughout the movie loving toys. And like toys are how they entertain themselves.
I'll give you three, 2 out of 3.
You're
I
gonna
will not give
push
you.
back on Molly.
I'm push back on Sid hard. Like it's
Sid
like
still plays with the toys in his own crazy way. He blows them up. He puts rocket ships on them. He's playing with his imagination and creativity.
if that's what you want to call playing, Felipe.
He was playing doctor.
I,
I don't support his endeavors, but I
I don't
mean,
believe that man has ever been to medical school, Felipe.
I appreciate the fact that the kids in this movie, I mean, maybe it's usually because it's of the generation. Like, even though we watch like television and cartoons, but like there were no like iPad kids. They were like playing with physical toys and making physical worlds for their imagination.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that with this movie. Anyways, Andy's really sad, and
Mm.
Rex and Potato Head end up being movie buddies. How did I get stuck with you?
Like, but like it makes so much sense how he got stuck with Rex though.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
like,
I feel like nobody wanted to be with Potato Head, and nobody wanted to be with Rex.
like for two totally different reasons. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I get them both.
but I'm surprised. I want to know who handpicked. Did handpick Slicky? Like who picked? I want to see the seating arrangements.
Handpicked the shark.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. And then Bo was like, "I wish Woody knew how much Andy misses him," and I love that. And I was gonna ask AJ, who was your moving buddy? That's I literally have in my note. Am I your moving buddy or no? The epic musical.
The epic music. uh, who is my moving buddy?
I feel like you and Nicole would have a grand old time being movie buddies.
Just having fun.
Yeah.
Like here's the question: like, who's ready to lift heavy boxes with me? like, like that's the question. Who's ready to do the work?
I feel like I'd be the Rex and you'd be the Mr. Potato Head in that scenario.
Mr. Taylor. Oh, it definitely cannot be you, Felipe. You
Yeah.
would not be helpful. You will not be.
No, I will be. I'm a toy. I can't help.
You'll be just sitting in the truck, like, come on, hurry up. I'm
Hey,
ready to
we'll do
go.
the Zach and Cody. You can move. I'll supervise.
Fair enough.
Woody needs Buzz, and this is where Woody doesn't apologize with the words "I'm sorry," but he kind of like tells Buzz that like he was jealous, and Buzz thinks he's a stupid toy. And Woody's like, "You're not a stupid toy. You're a Buzz Lightyear. You're so freaking cool, dude. Like I'm jealous of you. Andy loves you because you're freaking Buzz Lightyear. Your helmet does that whoosh thing." Woody admits his insecurity and he says he should be strapped up to the rocket instead of Buzz as the sun is rising. And Buzz then helps free Woody from the crate. And this is where the alarm rings. Or no, so he pushes the toolbox onto Woody.
Mhm.
And then Sid says he hears it, but he doesn't wake up. And he's like, I want to ride the pony. And then the alarm rings and Sid is like, oh yeah, we have things to do today.
Mm.
He grabs Buzz and runs outside, and then Woody's gonna chase after him, but Scud blocks him. So Woody pulls his leadership skills right out of the bag, and he's like, "Okay, toys, here's what we got to do. We got to save this toy who means a lot to me." And look at Woody's growth.
Look
Because
at
Woody
Woody's
from two
growth.
days ago would have been like, Woody from 2 days ago would have been like, let this man stay in the bushes.
Correct, correct. Woody had major growth. I feel like the Sis toys are pushovers. I would not be helping that man. That man at every step of the way has antagonized me every
Yeah.
opportunity he has.
And I would be like, no, get us out of here too. Like,
Because
but
clearly that's not what he's going to do. That's not his
no.
plan. His plan is his friend and his friend alone.
So they call, he says Buzz is his only friend because all the other toys abandoned him also, which, Spider, actually, like MVP to Spider, because Spider's the one who gets all the other toys on board.
Here's my question. Does it count as abandonment if your actions is the reason why they left?
Why, if it isn't the result of the consequences of my actions.
Exactly.
Um, but Woody's like, okay, gang, we got to break a couple of rules. Does every toy get their own rules? Like, you can't like interact. Like, is this corporate? Is this the corporate like toy mandate? You can't.
Well, this is my number one reason why I don't believe Buzz believe he's not a toy. Because he acts just like a toy. Like whenever a kid comes by, he freezes. Even when he don't need to freeze. Like we see later on in the movie, like Woody
Like
like acts normal in front of Sid. Like if Buzz really believed he was who he was, that's what he would do.
he'd be like moving around as Andy's playing.
Yeah.
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 Um, yeah, so Andy,
Also, he will look at his stickers and be like, "Why hasn't he changed yet? It's been I don't know how many days. No one's responding back. Have I been abandoned?"
he's on a new planet.
Fair.
Maybe oxygen doesn't move in the same way. Andy looking at his empty room and he's so sad, and this broke my heart to see him
I,
like that
I
because he
felt that a
misses.
week ago.
Yeah. Do you miss your room?
Yes.
Do you miss that apartment?
Uh, yes.
Will you ever see it again?
No.
That's so sad. That's why I like it's so sad. Did they what does it say? Pack in a week. I was like, Andy's mom, you really rearranged your house in 1 week. Like I
Cause,
feel
cause,
like AJ was packing for months beforehand.
cause, and I only had an apartment. That was a one bedroom. That's a one.
Yeah.
Like, that took me so long. Like, that's an efficient. And she had kids. Efficient.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Legs, Ducky, Rollerball, I caught some of their names. They're all so what they do is they spin the windy frog up so that Scud chases the windy frog to the front door. And then Ducky and Legs hook the Ducky. Ducky saves the frog, rings the doorbell, and then Scud gets trapped outside, knocks Hannah over because Hannah's like, "Oh, Scud, stupid dog." Um, and then they all roll down, and then Ruddy's like, "Lean back, roll back," and they flip out the dog opening. And then Woody lays down on the ground, and Buzz is like, "What are y'all doing?" And then Sid sees him, and he's like, "Ah, there you are. We'll have a cookout later." I'm like, "I don't know if you're invited to the cookout, Sid."
No, he's not.
No, but he puts a match in Woody's pocket. Um, and then Woody starts talking as he's about to light the rocket and said, "Toys like being treated nicely." And I'm like, "Soft Gen Z feelings." That's how where we all
Yeah.
learned them. And then the
Yeah.
toys
That's true.
traumatize Sid, and he needs therapy. And I'm like, if they ever do another Toy Story movie, I'd like to see Sid in therapy.
Like,
Like,
here's
what do
the
you
thing.
think he talks to his therapist about?
Like, you gotta believe me. The toy just started talking and his head moved. Like, it doesn't make sense. He told me to treat them nicely.
He like that man. I feel so bad for him afterwards because that man is messed up for life. Like
Well, he needed therapy before this
he did need
happens.
therapy beforehand, right? He clearly had issues. He was making toys broken, but like
Yes.
he like I feel there's some sympathy I have for the kid afterwards. That's why I never needed that kind of therapy because I was nice to my toys. My no toys never bullied me back. Um,
My toys never bullied me
and
back. That's
this
funny.
is what Woody says. We toys can see everything. So play nice. And that's when Woody finally like moves his mouth with it. And since
Beforehand, he rotated his head.
yeah, and he's just speaking from the voice box, not from the mouth. Um,
Insane. Terrifying.
and then Woody does the we did it. They're all dancing. Woody's dance is silly. Like homeboy, that man is white.
White.
Buzz thanks Woody, and then they hear the honking "Bye house," and then they're like, "Oh, Andy!" And then Buzz gets stuck in the fence. Woody goes back to help him, and then as they're racing after the truck, the moving truck, Scud chases after them because he sees them running by, grabs Woody's leg, falls off. Woody then or Buzz jumps onto Scud, bounces on his nose, gets lost in the traffic. Woody climbs
Mhm.
up to the vehicle, opens the box, slides all the characters back, and then they're like, "He's a maniac! He's doing it again!" Because he throws RC out and just goes getting it, and they like toss him around, "Wah! Wah!" And then he falls out. Throws RC out the van. They're racing. They're racing. He's at it again. And then I love when Ham was like, "Pig pile." Um, but then so they are going that way.
Yes.
Scud causes accident in traffic and then gets boxed in by the cars. I'm sure that they were all pissed at this dog. Like, you know how much damages happen into those vehicles?
Like so much damage. Like Sid is
Woody
in
and
so much
Buzz are
trouble.
menaces.
They were just trying to escape their captor. What do you mean they're menaces? They did what they had to do.
Because if Woody doesn't push Buzz out the window, then this car accident
Fine.
never
Woody
happens.
is the only menace to society. Buzz did nothing wrong.
I don't know. Woody's the main. Woody's the
What?
hero.
Tell me Buzz's problem. He got sad? I'm sorry. He got sad. He
Yeah.
had a rocket taped to him. I'm sorry that someone else taped a rocket to that man.
He
He was
he
pushed out of a window. I'm so sorry.
he should have gotten it together beforehand and jumped to Andy's room when he had no arm.
Puz, I agree with you, Felipe. But like that does not make him a menace. That makes him a sad boy.
Real, real. But they Buzz and RC pick him up, and then Lenny sees Woody, and Lenny's like, "Wait, it's actually Woody." And then Bo Peep tells everyone, and then he's like, and then Rex says, "Great, now
Right
I
now I
have
have
guilt."
guilt.
They lower the ramp. Slinky grabs Woody, and he's slipping. He's slipping, and this is where we see the rear view window where Molly sees them as she's listening to Matata.
Matada.
Am I Timon or am I Pumbaa? And who are you?
You are Timon, I am Pumbaa.
Okay, valid.
Did you think any different?
So does that mean Woody is Timon and Buzz is Pumbaa?
Yes.
Okay. No, I kind of agree. Um, but then RC loses battery and Slinky flies. They throw RC into the van. But then they're like, "Oh, you have a rocket. I have a match. Let's do this." And then the match goes out because of the car
That
that
would piss me
went
off,
by.
Felipe. That pissed me all the way off. It's like, how dare they?
How
How
dare
dare that
that
car
car?
move?
Yeah. And then they're all sad, and then Woody's arm starts burning because Buzz's helmet, and then he's like, "Wait!" And then he's like, "Don't move!" And he pulls the Christian Hibiki and lights the match with the reflection of the. He's like, "What? I just lit a rocket! Rockets explode!" And they go flying. And then Buzz pops the wing, rocket launches, explodes, and then he's falling with style because then Woody's like, "Hey, Buzz, you're flying. This isn't flying. This is falling with style." And then Woody yells, "To infinity and beyond." And this is like an image that is like core. Like when you think of Toy Story images, I feel like you think of this image.
This is number two.
What's the number one?
You are a toy. Him with his hands out.
See,
Yell.
I get you, but for me, when I think of like if you're gonna make a reel or
Mhm.
a video of all the Disney and Pixar movies and like they've done before, I feel like this is the one that the image they include of Woody and Buzz
I think
flying.
that's fair.
Like so, I feel like this is the quintessential Toy Story 1 image for me. Um,
I think that's like a happier note to be on than
yeah,
mine. So
like
I think
that's
that's what you want. That's what you
yeah.
want them to see.
Because it's also like to infinity and beyond is the quote that he says.
Mhm.
It's also falling with style is a Liz Rent Free. It's a vocal stim in my head. So I don't know. They and then Woody's like, "Hey Buzz, you missed the truck." And he's like, "We're not aiming for the truck." And then they plop into the good thing that Andy's mom had the roof open. like
Like literally.
like imagine they fall and they like get run over. That's the dark version.
I remember thinking anyone who had that type of roof was so cool as a kid.
Same. Now I have it. That little ceiling vent. Um, but then yeah, so they're Andy's very happy. As, oh my God, Woody and Buzz, they're here in the car, and Andy's mom is so happy, and like Andy hugs them, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so good. Um, like this movie gives you ooey gooey feelings.
Pause, but you know the mom was happy because she knows that Andy was complaining the whole time.
Well, she,
Andy was being so annoying about those two toys.
yeah,
She was so over it.
and
She
then she
was
probably
so...
have to buy new ones, but like she's so happy, yeah. Um, so we fast forward a couple months. It's Christmas in the new house. Present time. They're doing the same thing they did with the birthday presents. Bo is gonna be like, "Hey, sheriff," and he's like, "Is that mistletoe?" And then they make out a little bit. Um, Molly and then Woody has the like, like the Woody like cheese when he's
Yeah.
cheesing. Like he looks stupid. Molly gets a Mrs. Potato Head, and Mr. Potato Head's like, "I gotta shave," and he pops his mustache off. And then the final present, and then Andy's like very excited. It's a big one. And he's like, Woody's like, "Now, Buzz, what could Andy possibly get that is worse than you?" Wow, a puppy! And then the camera's zooming out and it goes back in
Yeah.
circle shot. Boom. You've got a friend in me. And that's the movie.
That's the movie.
That movie was blast. Like I know we went like probably close to 2 hours just talking about the story, but
Yes.
oh my God, I love this movie. Like any final takeaways before we get into like segments?
I think this was probably the perfect start to a Pixar. Like I couldn't think of a better movie. Like I think the only reason I would say you would not start with this if you did not want to start off like with the cream of the crop. Uh
Yeah, but we're going in chronological order and we're doing like a historical look. And
but
so
like I
like
don't but I can't even think of what other movies that would be better to start this franchise. Like
yeah,
like
I
I
mean
think Toy Story is such like it's truly the heart of Pixar and like has such a like a good wholesome meaning that's like good for all ages. Like the only other movie I could think of that would be a good start for it, we will have a different Pixar as a whole. So I'm happy for Toy Story.
I agree with you. I feel like Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Incredibles all could have been like the first one, but I don't think it hits the same. I think
It
like they
doesn't.
need this buddy comedy about toys that
Hmm.
like look like humans, so the animation isn't the most complicated. Because then when you get into like Finding Nemo and Monsters Inc., you have to animate fur, you have to animate water, you have to animate more stuff. Whereas this is just like you're basically animating humans and a couple of non-human type of characters that move very stop motiony. So I don't know, like this is the buddy comedy film of the century. This is such a great film. It like changed the world. It changed animation. It changed movie making. It changed storytelling, and it changed like lives. Like truly, like we are influenced by this movie. Like when you think of movie friendship, Woody and Buzz is at the top tier of movie friendships. If you ask
Hmm.
anyone from our generation, especially
Yeah,
like male platonic friendship, like that is like on the top of the list of like movie duos. Like Woody and Buzz, like they're synonymous. Like you can't say Woody and not think of Buzz and Buzz and Woody and like they're like thick as thieves, like to the same core as like Rachel and Ross in Friends. Like you think of them together, like you don't really think of Woody without thinking of Buzz.
I agree.
Anyways, should we get into some of these segments, or do you have anything else you want to add?
Let's get into some
So
segments.
I gave this a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and I know we're not going to do official like scores for each movie, but we are going to rank them.
Yes,
So this is currently number one for both of us, I assume.
as it has to be.
It has to
Like
be, but I don't think this is going to change. I think this is going to keep the number one spot for a minute. I think I
can
also,
I tell you something?
yeah,
I think that could be a true statement.
I know it's at least. I don't think Bug's Life is going to dethrone it, but we'll see what Toy Story
I would
2.
be surprised if a Buzz Life dethrones it, but like a Toy Story 2, I know is a banger. I know Finding Nemo is a banger. Like I would not be surprised if one of those two movies like try to fight for that for top spot.
For sure. I think Monsters Inc. also you could fight.
Yes,
Well, like we'll go in order, but I think Bugs Life. I think it's safe for Bugs Life, and who knows? Maybe we'll come out of this project and be the biggest Bugs Life guys. Um, but
maybe.
I think
Here's my truth. I think whichever of the first five movies ends up at number one, I think it's gonna be in number one for a long time, if not
Mhm.
permanently.
I agree. I agree. And we can like also like give it scores, and then whichever has the lowest score is gonna be like the top of our combined ratings. Because I'm gonna give this a one, you're gonna give this a one, but then when we have more things, if this is both a one for us, then it's number one for the our combined score. And
Okay.
but if it's like one plus, if I leave this at two and then you leave this at three, then it's gonna be two plus three divided by two is like 2.5. So then that's the score. And then like if you have something more spread out, then this could be like overall. I don't know. That's how we can combine, but we'll figure out our ranking system with math
We'll
and
figure it
stuff. But yeah, so this is number one. In terms of the villain, who are you? Where are you giving this? Like S, A, B, C, D, or F for Sid?
out. For Sid, I think
And we'll name the
it,
tiers later, but for now, this we're just gonna go with the letters.
I think Sid would be a solid B tier villain.
Okay.
I think Sid is memorable. I think Sid does some crazy stuff, but Sid's not driving the plot. I think Sid happens to be a part of the plot. And sure, we have the movie in Sid's bedroom, and the kid's trying to get away from Sid. But I don't think like Sid is really like focal in this movie. Like you could take Sid out and replace it with like something else, and it's still the same movie.
I feel like maybe like to what you're saying, Sid is like in the antagonism spot, like
Yes.
Sid and Scud both, but like it's more of Sid's house as the antagonist.
Hmm.
With that said, though, I'm still gonna give him an A with subject to change. I'm gonna put
Hmm.
him in the A tier because like Sid is such a recognizable villain. He comes back in the third movie for a cameo, and we'll talk about him when we get there. But like Sid, you don't get Pixar without everything that's beautiful of this movie, and
Hmm.
Sid being our first villain, like absolutely like necessary for the success of this film.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave him as an A just because of legacy, but I don't put him at S tier because there's still a couple villains that exceed him, even in the Toy Story franchise as his home. Like I think one of the Mount Rushmore villains in the Toy Story is from the Toy Story franchise, and we'll
Hmm.
talk about that character when we get there. Um,
I'm
if
interested in which one you're thinking of.
I would like to give like
Because I'll say I have not seen Toy Story 4 yet, but I do think Toy Story 2 and 3 villain is higher in
they're
my
both
mind
great,
than
yeah.
Sid.
Oh, absolutely, same. Um, if you were to give an MVP and LVP of this movie, who would you give it to? Out of curiosity.
LVP has to be Woody. Like, like I think this like we could look at Woody as a cautionary tale of what envy can happen, what
Hmm.
it could do to you, what it can do to a person. It can make them lose it all. Um, like friendship, status, X, Y, Z, just because you're envious of the new thing. So I think Woody would be my LVP. Do you disagree?
I'm giving my LVP to Sid's parents.
You know what? When you make that statement, you made a very solid case.
But I like that you're actually going with Woody because I gave my MVP to Woody, or as what I'm calling the Spotlight character, the Luxa
Mhm.
Lamp Spotlight. I'm giving it to Woody
Ooh, I
because
like
this
that.
is Woody's story at the end of the day. So even though like yes, he is an antagonist at times and he is a menace at times, I like that you give him the LVP because he should be held accountable. But I
Mhm.
also think this is his story. This franchise is his story, and Buzz might have better outings, but like you might give Buzz your MVP for this movie. So I'm giving it to Woody, and I want to see what you think.
Well, that's interesting. Tell me your LVP because I gotta think about my
Sid's
Lux Solar
parents.
Spotlight. Oh,
Um,
you did say that.
my MVP is Woody. My MVP is Woody because he is the crux of the story. Like he is the
Yeah.
catalyst for everything that happens in this movie. He is the catalyst for Buzz's growth as well. He is also like he cares about Andy at the end of the day. He cares about his community, even though he's kind of a menace. Like he's the main character. Tom Hanks was excellent. Tom Hanks deserved an Oscar for this voice role, in my opinion. I don't think Toy Story was nominated for best. Yeah, let me look it up. Let me look. Best animated Toy Story. Let's see if it. And then I have one other category that I want to give you. But like, did you think of anything?
I,
Uh,
I, I would like to give an honorable mention to Andy's mom.
yeah,
But I'll give it to Buzz. I think Buzz is the heart. Like I think this is Woody's story, but Buzz is truly like the heart.
yeah,
Like
no, definitely.
I when Buzz was down, I felt down. When Buzz was up, I felt up. Like Buzz's emotional arc like very much mapped onto what I how I felt. And like sure you can be like annoyed with the way Buzz was acting, like Woody, I think that's fair. But I think Buzz was just living in his truth, was like just being authentically himself. And I don't think you should let anyone else not liking you being authentically you dim your light.
I agree. So this movie won a Special Achievement Academy Award for John Lasseter, but I feel like this was years later. Let me look when this was. John Lasseter in 1995, he won a Special Achievement. So at the 68th um, Academy Awards, this also was nominated for Best Original Song for "You've Got a Friend in Me."
Fair
It
enough.
was nominated for Best Original Screenplay and Best Original Musical or Comedy Score for Randy Newman, but it didn't win any Oscars that year.
Aw,
It
shame.
did win a number of Annie Awards, though, like Best Animated Feature. But I feel like there should be a voice acting category for Tom Hanks to have one. And then, honestly, this year, Dave Franco, if we're talking about Pixar, Dave Franco deserves an Oscar for his role in Hoppers. We'll talk about it when we talk about
We'll
it.
talk about that like in what, 52 weeks?
Yeah. No, 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 closer
What
than
was
that, I
it?
think.
Like there's not even 52 Disney movies.
Yeah. But anyway, so
Like
you're
December,
giving
I'll
your
see you in December.
okay.
Like,
Who is your Luxo ball of comedy?
ball of comedy. What does this mean?
Like the funniest character?
The answer is Mr. Piddlehead. Like it's not even close.
Yes, I said that too. Yeah. I mean Rex. No, there's Rex is a second
Rex has a case to be
place.
made, but
Rex might even be funnier in the sequels.
like Mr. Potato Head came out swinging and did not
He
stop.
came out swinging. His first line is ages 3 and up.
So to me, it's Mr. Potato Head.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so we did villains. Where would you place the songs from this movie? In what tier? S, A, B, C, D, or F? You've got a
I
friend in me, number one.
Like You Got a Friend in Me has to be S tier song.
I agree. I agree with you there. Um, what about the others?
So here's the thing.
Yes, I'm listening.
Uh I think I Will Go Sailing is S tier song. Is an S tier song.
Okay.
I'm debating, is Strange Things an A tier song or S tier song for me? Like I say that funnily because I think Strange Things is my favorite song, but I think of the three songs, I think Strange Things is my favorite song of the three, but I think it hit me the least
Hmm.
in when watching the movie.
Like Strange Things is your favorite to listen to?
Yes, but I'll put it in A. I think it's my favorite to listen to, but like when I was listening to You Got a Friend in Me, it made me feel feelings. When I listened to well, I Will Go Sailing, it made me feel
Yeah.
feelings. When I listened to Strange Things, I was like, I felt that. If that is, which is different than the first two.
I I feel like I could make a case for all three going in S tier, and maybe I'll reevaluate when we get to the end of the project. But I feel like S tier for sure is You've Got a Friend in Me. And then the other two, I'm debating S or A for both. Like I right now I have Strange Things in A, as do you. And I kind of wanted, since you already put I Will Go Sailing in S tier, but like first gut check, I was gonna put it in A. But I love them both. Like I want to put them all
Here's the
three in S, but I think I'm gonna move I Will Go
here's
Sailing
my
to A.
here's why I would fight for I Would Go Sailing to go in S tier.
Yeah,
We spent 10 minutes talking about that song alone.
valid.
And
Well,
we
but are
spent
we thinking
maybe
about it? We're talking about
two
it as
minutes
a
talking about Strange
scene.
Things.
And like, are you
Yes, as
incorporating the scene when you're thinking about the music, or are you
I'm not talking about this as I put this on my Spotify and I'm listening to it. That's not how I'm ranking these.
okay?
I'm ranking these as they were used in the film.
Okay, then I think you're right. I think,
Mhm.
well, honestly, I think then my hot take is I Will Go Sailing more. No more is more impactful, has more impact as a scene in this movie
Mhm.
than You've Got a Friend in Me. Like You've Got a Friend in Me establishes Andy and Woody, but I think
Mhm.
I Will Go Sailing No More is more of an impactful scene as a
I
whole.
agree with you. I
I
think it is
think
more
like
impactful.
Strange Things is 3 out of 3. I think Strange Things is probably my favorite song to like jam to.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Like you could make a case for all three of these being S tier for me.
You can.
Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say YOLO. I'm gonna put the all three in S tier for now, and then we'll divide it up at the end.
Fair enough.
Um, Strange Things, because I love all three songs. I know with Toy Story 2, we probably have at least one S tier song
Pause. Like, hot take. Like, You Got a Friend of Me is my least favorite of the three.
to listen to.
Yes.
But for me, it's
But
also like,
it's
is it
iconic though.
oversaturated?
Like, I think
Is that why though? Because we hear it so often. It's like so mainstream and monocultural that like these other two songs are a little bit more niche, and you know the Toy Story fans know it, but like is it because it doesn't play on the radio and it doesn't like we like have more fond feelings because we're not bombarded with it. But then to that extent,
I would like to say
I
I
love
I do have
Purple.
strong I do have strong feelings of You Got a Friend of Me. Like, You Got a Friend of Me is in my playlist before we watch this movie. Like, I have positive feelings, but like as a standalone song, like what made me like I did not remember Strange Things and I'll Go Sailing as much as I remembered You Got a Friend of Me. And I think that's because of marketing. I think that's because of everything. I did not remember these two as much, and I feel like these two songs are being added to my playlist.
Valid. I mean, we're gonna
Yes,
make a Pixar playlist for sure.
fair enough.
Yeah. In terms of anything else that we have to go through here on the spreadsheet, let me look it up. Let me look
Like
it up.
this was
Quotes. You
like
wanted to write down quotes.
your favorite underrated quote.
My favorite underrated quote. I think for me, it's like "Who invited that kid?" But that's become mainstream to me now. Um,
So you this became mainstream to me now.
yeah. Underrated quote. Okay. You go with yours first.
I was hoping you went with yours first because I'm debating between
Well,
two or
I know what
three.
yours is probably going to be. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, I love "She's lying. Whatever she says is not true."
Like 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 going into this, my first thought was like, great, now I have guilt.
Right
Like
now, I have guilt. I mean, the claw is not underrated, but
it's
like, I love "Stop It, You Zealots." That's also
yeah,
really
Stop
fun.
It, You Zealous was my favorite.
I love Humpty Dumpty was pushed by Woody. There's so many good ones, but I think after this rewatch,
I'm
my
from Play
favorite one.
School,
I'm from
and
Play
I'm from
School, and I'm from
Mattel.
Mattel. Well, actually, I'm not from Mattel. I'm from a company that was bought out in a leveraged buyout. Um, but I think from this rewatch, my favorite that stands out to me is Whiskers. Will you get out of here? You're interfering with the search and rescue.
That's fair. That's fair.
from this rewatch. So I mean, I'm gonna write all these down in our
And,
quotes
and I think
spreadsheet.
I'm gonna go with I don't believe that man has ever been to medical school. Like,
That's so funny. I want to ride the pony. I mean, I just half of my notes are just commercial. Not, are just quotes like he's at it again. I mean, but you also have the good quotes that aren't underrated, like "Hey Buzz, you're flying. This isn't flying. This is falling with
with
style
style.
to infinity and beyond." Can is a quote that like "You are a toy. You're."
Yes.
Um, yeah, there's so many good quotes here. Yeah, Andy's coming.
Andy's coming. Yep.
Yeah, I'm Picasso. I don't get it. You uncultured swine. There's so
So
many good
good.
ones. Yeah, so I'm a lost toy. This is the perfect time to panic. I'm lost and he's gone.
This is the perfect time to panic. I love that quote.
Yeah,
This is the
that's
perfect.
Shaggy. Put that on Shaggy's tombstone. Um, but yeah, there's so many good quotes,
So
and
many good ones.
I mean, we can just like keep doing this all day, like Captain America. But at a certain point, we're gonna run out of quotes.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's even good ones in the second one, like in the second one, like I don't want to use my head. Like that's a ref line that lives rent free. I have can't believe I have to go all the way to work on a Saturday, all the way to work. And he drives across the street. Oh my God, there's so many good ones. And your angry eyes, just in case. I love Toy Story 2. I cannot wait. Before we wrap things up, do we want to preview Bug's Life, or do you have anything else to say about Toy Story?
Uh, we can go to Bug's Life.
Yeah, okay. I think I will write a personal essay about Toy Story. I wanted to write down my feelings before watching the movie yesterday, and I think I want to like go through that essay that I wrote yesterday, just like in the headspace after watching it and talking to you, and maybe I'll put that on my Substack as part
Mhm.
of an additional content for Patreon subscribers, and
So yeah,
Substack
but it's surprise.
subscribers. Yeah, so there's a perk if you want. But in terms of Bug's Life, what do you remember about it? And how many times have you seen Bug's Life? And we'll probably reset at the table at the start of the Bug's Life pod, but like, do you remember much about Bug's Life? Because I can tell you what I remember after.
This movie was played a lot at daycare.
Okay.
Uh, I remember there was a circus family. I remember the fat caterpillar. I remember the what was it? Cockroach, mosquito? I forget. I don't remember what they are. My
Yeah.
bad. I remember the main character. I remember the old lady with the purple flowers for the crown.
hmm I
Uh
feel like she's voiced by someone important, but I don't remember who.
yeah,
We'll find it out.
yeah, I remember the circus crew. So yeah,
Yeah.
like I remember Homie D trying to be an inventor, breaking down, and he caused all the food to go away, and everyone hates him. I remember a lot from Buzz Life.
Yeah. I'll get into my Buzz Light thing real quick. Let me just give a quick shout out to the voice actors for this movie, for Toy Story. Tom Hanks as Woody,
Whoop,
Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, Don Rickles as Mr. Potato Head, Jim Varney as Slinky Dog, Wallace Shawn as Rex, John Ratzenberger as Ham, Annie Potts, Meemaw from Young Sheldon as Bo Peep, John Morris as Andy Davis, Eric Von Detten as Sid Phillips, Laurie Metcalf as Mrs. Davis, Andy's mom, R. Lee Ermey as Sergeant, the Green Man, Sarah Freeman as Hannah Phillips, Penn Jillette as the Buzz Lightyear commercial announcer, Jeff Pigeon as Aliens, Joe Ranft as Lenny, and Mickey McGowan as Mrs. Phillips, the unseen mother of Sid and Hannah. I was like, she was in this movie? But yeah, that's the main cast according to Wikipedia. So shout out to our friends at Wikipedia.
Shout out.
But in terms of me, what I remember for Bugs Life, the only time I remember watching Bugs Life, not to get sad, but it was after the last time I saw my grandfather flying home from Rio to Brazil. It was like January, probably January 3rd or 4th, 2013. My grandfather was in the hospital, and then he would pass on later that month. But I remember doing like a double feature of Bugs Life and the Aristocrats on that flight.
Interesting.
So Bugs Life, I remember Flick, of course. I mean, Flick, I've met Flick. I remember a lot of my Bugs Life is ancillary material, like whether it's the bloopers from Toy Story 2, where they're like the Bugs Life 2 sequel, Bugs Life sequel joke that they have with Heimlich and Flick, or it's tough to be a bug at Animal Kingdom. But I remember like the cavern or the circus crew. I
Hmm.
remember there's like I want to say he's voiced by Larry King, but like the ladybug who's like a very tough
Hmm.
masculine voice. He's very gruff, but like that's kind of the comedy. It's like, oh, it's a ladybug who's gruff and
Yes.
manly. I remember I think her name is Queen Ant, and then there's like the little girly pop one. I know it's about unionization, but that's more from like growing up and like seeing the memes. And I know Kevin Spacey voices the grasshopper that's the villain, Hopper.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was.
But
Grasshopper.
like I'm excited to rewatch this because I've only seen this once and like I unlike the
Interesting.
other like like we've talked a ton of and like skirted around like Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Cars even being like part of that core early structure of our lives. But Bug's Life, besides being played in your daycare all the time and being watched on an airplane for me, like it's not like it doesn't strike the same nerve as a lot of these other projects, but like Bugs Life
Like,
had to be popping because they made rides based off of it. It's the second Pixar movie. Like you had to like Pixar swung and like came in hot with Toy Story. It had to like do some success. So I'm excited to revisit it.
is does this movie has like looking at the list of movies? I don't think until we get to
Like this is
either
our first sleeper, I feel.
Brave or Good Dinosaur that does not have staying power.
I feel like I mean Cars has staying power because of the merch, but I feel like Bugs Life is our first sleeper hit. And then we don't have another sleeper until Cars, but Cars was a massive success because of the merch and like you
I was
have
gonna
a
say, who said Cars is a sleeper?
I feel like Cars when you think of like Pixar hits, like Cars doesn't hit the same as like a lot of these movies through Toy Story 3 besides like I feel like Cars and Bugs Life are like not on the same level. I feel like there's tiers.
Like, I think I'm gonna push back hard because I think after Toy Stories, Cars was the first one to get a sequel.
True, you're not wrong, but like I feel like maybe Cars feels like of the next era of Pixar. Like for me,
Mm,
the first era of Pixar is definitively through Incredibles, and then
mm.
like Cars is kind of like a transition era, and then it goes through like Brave, and then I'd say like Monsters University is kind of like the start of a new era with Inside Out being something that hit mainstream. But like through Monsters University to Incredibles 2, I feel like Inside Out and Coco are the only ones in that era that strike. And then Toy Story 4 begins like the pandemic era.
Mm.
Um, so I don't know. I feel like we can definitely divide the eras, but of the first era, I feel like Incredibles and Cars is kind of the cutoff, and Bugs Life is like the biggest sleeper of the movies in that box.
I am super excited to get to the middle movie because I feel like that's when we're gonna start having a lot of debates, which I
Yeah.
think will be fun.
I feel like yeah, we're pretty much on the same page for a lot of these early ones. We might be like maybe a
Like,
spot or two.
our tier is like our debate is like, is this like perfect or almost perfect?
Yeah. And then when we get to like Monsters University, you'll be like you'll be throwing like takes like, is this movie trash about something? And I'll be like, how dare you? This movie is amazing. But yeah. With that said, our next episode is going to be about Bugs Life. AJ,
Bugs
do you want
Life.
to plug some stuff? Like, where can the people keep up with you? What are you up to these days?
Yes, if you want to listen to me on more podcasts, you can head over to the free Agents Millennial TV podcast feed where me and the great Matt, I think he was mentioned earlier in this podcast,
He
are
was.
talking about Drake and Josh um, every week over there. Also, if you want to see me and not listen to me, go to Twitch at the Kid AJ Norris, where I am playing games, mostly Goose Goose Duck. I'm getting back into Pokemon soon. So yeah, having fun over there.
Awesome, awesome. Go listen to the Drake and Josh podcast. Very fun. I will push back on this to be Emily flipping for a second. Love Drake and Josh. I'm the tail end of millennial and early Gen Z, so I'm a zillennial, and I
Mm.
love Drake and Josh. So I don't identify with millennials. I don't identify with Gen Z. I identify as a cusp. And so I feel a little attacked that it's catered to millennials, even though Drake and Josh spans. But I love you. I love listening to you and Matt together. So go check them out. Um, in
What you up
terms
to?
in terms of me, first and foremost, go subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, and leave 5 stars on Animation Station. Or if you want to get both Slime Time Rewind and Animation Station and any other random shenanigans I might be up to, you can go subscribe to the Brazilian Dragon podcast. I decided I'm still going to post everything I do in that feed. So
Mm.
if people want to listen just in one feed, but please go subscribe to Animation Station and Slime Time Rewind while you're there as well. Helps us grow as we're kicking off the project.
And leave reviews. That also helps us grow a
On
lot.
yes, on Animation Station, please leave five stars. AJ has expressed before that he is legally blind if it's anything less than 5 stars.
Correct.
So, and AJ will even come through his favorite ones that are 5 stars and read them on the podcast. If you go to the Animation Station podcast feed and leave a 5 star rating and review, he'll read one every once in a while.
If only if it's good. So
Only
y'all
if
better
it's
make it
good.
good.
Yes. Listen, if you want to leave a 5 star review and say stuff that's negative, feel free. As long as it's five
Perfect.
star.
I don't care. You can dog me with 5 stars, but you better not praise me with four.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can also watch the video version of these podcasts on the YouTube channel, but you can also subscribe on the Brazilian Dragon main feed if you want to get this. But go subscribe to Animation Station, 5 stars, ratings, and reviews. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at the Brazilian Dragon. I'm posting stand-up, Substack, all sorts of stuff, including the podcast projects I'm working on there. Working on getting a Discord and a Facebook group, but stay posted on that. In terms of supporting, if you want to help make our content better, you can go to patreon.com/Brazilian Dragon Productions or substack.com/The Brazilian Dragon. And there's ways to contribute financially there if you're able to. If you can't, just share with your friends, tell your friends to listen, go subscribe on all platforms. But if you're interested in helping our podcast grow and reach the heights that it deserves to hit, any financial support is appreciated, but we also understand times are tough right now. Just they're available if you're interested. Bonus content, early episodes, community with me, AJ, Nicole, some of the other Brazilian Dragon good eggs that we have out here. Yeah, so with all that said, go subscribe on Animation Station. And anything else, AJ?
I'm, this is all for me today. I'm so excited.
Well, we'll be pulling into the station and to infinity and beyond. Obrigado for listening. Goodbye.